Lordship Justice Daniel Mensah. Next, we have His Lordship Justice.
I've been on this tool for almost 26 and a half years. Galamsey the illegal mining did not start yesterday. It's been with us for some time. If you ask me about my assessment, I would say now it's going down. You know why I'm saying that? If you look at some of the steps that have been taken, before we're not hearing about the people in the blue, the water gas and all that. We're not hearing all that. You understand? People have invaded the forest reserve. We're not seeing that. Before this regime came, I know for a fact, because of the work that I do, 9 forest reserves have been taken over. Now that situation has been kept down. I wouldn't stand here to say that Galamsey is gone. It's still with us. But I believe that if you look at now the seriousness, I want to encourage whoever is in charge, the Minister for Lands, government, the people of Ghana. We should ensure that we nip this situation in the bud. So far as I'm concerned, except at times I'm not in Doma, but I want to assure the people that so far as that area called Doma, once you are there, be sure that one day you'll be caught, and you know the punishment, minimum 15 years. Do you have to do that? So I'm calling on all Ghanaians that this is the only thing that our ancestors left for us, so we don't have to destroy the water bodies. We don't want to destroy our cocoa farms, and ensure that we do farming in the right way so that we can all be happy. Let's look at how much we garner in respect of mining. I mean, once you declare state of emergency, the question is who can do? If we are not able to get that resources, there will be a gap. How is government going to? So there's a need for us to do it. As for mining, nobody will argue that there shouldn't be mining, but it has to be mined responsibly. That is the whole thing. People who are doing Galamsey, we are destroying ourselves. There's a need to start. I want to appeal, especially as a chief. We, the chief, should not say we don't have the power. If somebody could do it, it's in the jurisdiction, and not allowing people to do it. Why can't you do it? In Doma, if you come there, I'll arrest you and give you to the police so that you'll be prosecuted. I want to appeal to everybody. They should ensure that the people should not engage in Galamsey, because if you do it and you are arrested, you know the consequence for it.
We start with the oath of allegiance. And when I say I, you mention your name, and then you continue after me. I, do in the name of the Almighty God, swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. We move to the judicial oath. And with that, you say after me, and then you mention your name, and we continue from there. I, having been appointed a Justice of the Court of Appeal, do solemnly swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will truly and faithfully perform the functions of my office without fear or favor, affection of ill or ill will, and that I will at all times uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Now we take the last one, which is the oath of secrecy. And you say after me, I, holding the office of a Justice of the Court of Appeal, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, except as may be required for the discharge of my official duties or as may be specially permitted by law. So help me God. Congratulations, Justices.
This Galamsey matter, which has risen a lot in Ghana today. In the last election in the mining districts of the country, the MPP did very badly. Largely because the NDC presidential candidate and the party had got around the mining areas and saying that the policy that I was implementing of trying to stop Galamsey would be reversed when he came to power, and that those who were already in jail for offenses, the Galamsey offenses, all of them would be amnestied. When I said I was putting my presidency on the line, that's what I meant, that I was prepared to take the political risk involved in trying to deal with this Galamsey phenomenon. The result, of course, was that the mining districts, especially in the western region, all of them, including almost nearly even Takwa, was lost to the MPP. That is what I meant when I said I'm putting my presidency on the line, that I was prepared to take the political risk involved in coming to grips with this problem. Today, he's saying that no, he doesn't believe in jailing, that he's against Galamsey, that he will enforce the law. So once again, we have to ask ourselves, Mr. J.M., where do you stand? What are you telling the people of Ghana? Because every time you speak from one corner of your mouth and you speak from another corner of your mouth. Let us hear from you direct, straight up, what do you stand for? We need to know. The candidate, the MPP presidential candidate, has gone on record as saying that as far as he's concerned, he is prepared to sign a pact that will take the Galamsey issue out of our politics, to depoliticize it, to commit him and our party, all of us, agreeing that we would deal with this Galamsey phenomenon on a non-partisan basis. We have yet to hear from the NDC presidential candidate. I'm asking him to also come out and support the idea of a political pact on Galamsey.
Baby, I send a nanny if you say for the time 2023, 2022, 2023. Forest Nibi Hokre, if you say 2018, Apambrama 2018.
You can say NDC for the deforestation.
2018, Apamprama, Home Fiase Okobro, Sir John. Any papa be a friend Donald Entia.
Sir John, where we?
Yes.
Odim.
Or many be a forest, no.
No,
Obia Winimbia, Obia or take Cobro Bia Becatro. Cobro. Who saw him or Honor Becatro? The soldiers, Echo Bob buying.
2018, and
yes.
Time.
Sir John the Babontin saw almost year reclamation of forest in them. At that time, no Bia and Quay Bibia or why Echo reclaim. me di akira me koye ekohwe na nya reclamation no mo ye no mu to gold e wo forest ka see o anua ni bi gina ho a gina ho be mfie be se oha
mu dim
omo se no Heritage Imperial sa company no
yeah
actually Professor Frimpong Boateng beda na di se na Gabi asaro chida ko se on na ye omo lawyer 2018 no money license bia omo de mining wo forest no but now omo excavators 35 more than 35 I go forest no more omo se no me ko bi ata Frimpong Boateng the task force call hosi anko pamom na me di akiri na me ka ho discover
ni nyina na kufa do breso
2018 ho amre so
okay
ye buy ye the whole report ebeto abontin e bi da YouTube CCI no also on anya no kro on ko ye whole report ye o man stop o man nyai
o man few
ye CC excavators ne the bankran almost as sakoi say don ya di animu and almost excavators ne sa call back to Kobro e ko di forest no ene forest no uche mienu a efa adane amana obi a wonim oda ho abuakwa Kobro san kronkro nyina watere so ni nyina wa pamprama num obi a wonim obi a omo atete obi a beka kire e say dampan
asamre na ye be na ka wanse
2018 efi ase no madia be si 2023 2024 na no mugum
omudi
and now say me yi drone footage ne kire wa yembe show asase an kese forest an kese be se kumase ene ase no ni nyina da ne amana kwa
hey
yeah yes ne kese be se kumase
enti dia na GFK di gina so kase
tananya
tananya
our win NPP executive bi ne kwose ho ne China for enom fi ase so mo say forest. That was in 2023. I me call Ekosheye, my friend, Chema Edison. My friend, Nam say, I don't know what the Chinese for call on the license or the mining or honey saying when denying. Or some per time I'm running in common. I'm say time they may pay by me heading come obey. I then I would want Kosha or license.
Only so need license, but no to say no.
Yes. On the fear say or Tanonia. Forest Reserve. No mudia actually MPP executives we braid the excavators kugum ye whole report ye you be amfie and almost set an anua be seen Boy River the same thing, Boy Tunnel Forest Reserve the same thing, Offin Shelter Belt MPP time no start is almost said and about we buy no almost so two almost so twice keep 3 points forest be
yeah
MPP time no mfiase no mosteno oko Sairano Safi
yeah
mrewa Krokosia Forest Reserve MPP time no mfiase no mosteno
obi say Safi asawe so forest
oh papa supima e obekwa he ya
o say no
MPP time no mosteno tutu mu ana o de commander biba forest manager biba on there no nonsense no so the excavator room am mesh no ofi ase hye ba ko mienu miensa e kodu ana fe o mu jaye
ono so awe fe kra ni ata transfer no
o mo atry aso mbe transfer no but nipa ko o hwe na adwuma na ni so na adwuma nti waja no so onye na adwuma enti nana ma chese metese MPP for the year politics ne can say me mfo so obi nya galamsey whether MPP or whatever it is it has no political color but ma obi nka say Akufo at the time no a saint
o se na nso ni kra ni ate
na ni ate we
JFK na ni ate
we you see sa ne ma no e na omo ye da metia na e bufu e time ampao e time metibia e na me hu words I mean from sa de no ntino oh say omu bibira frefre me a memra me fa information mo no mo fanya campaign ni nema me nya sa nema no
assassin de nyine nim say yes no enim pefe ni kwani ai mo fa yo eso jima no manu enti anu anere ye be se na adidie fisi wa anko ya wonidi e be se jima agui kam se for every 3 million
Abraham Allah Yama, my back, okay. On over my phone. Get on the day night. So, yet, Timbalano. So, my brother, oh, the old Tata Damen. Oh, I'm back to her. What you could do, my series now. Allah, you're ready to go. I don't know what that is. Small boy. The bear, oh, yes. Allah, there's so. What do you're ready? You watch my phone, I watch about it. Watch my phone, I say, Allah. You go when I say, because I'm saying, yeah, Mama, way. What I'm now. Yes, so bracket, only brackets, yet, the thing what I know. One good school from your man, yet, so it's small boy, the map over. What do you're ready to go? Allah, I don't want to say, Allah. Oh, go when you go down there, it's not allowed. That's them. And I don't know, I need to only good do my TV. Mama way. After the way to school, but I don't get to go to the man yet. One was there one small boy. You are bragging to you get the man in board. They tell it Maria. So, Allah. Who go school? Hey, who go school? Hey, me put so some. Hey, why? Ha! What did I say? Whoa, Mama police for a show. Whoa, Chaba, Mama police for a show. Oh, I can't hit to her. Why, go to one? Ha! Make sure black and I was one more. Who go school? One could do chat. Let's start with you as here. Hey! Why, go to one? Why? Go to school. Ha! Michelle Black in the morning. Move a school, my baby, penny for. What's that? Who post school now, baby? Nanny, a sound call. Yeah. Hey, Black. Hey. 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 Ha! Got to go. Yeah. Oh, to get down. Hey, who did I say? Davy, where would you say? Wouldn't you have a corner? Hey, would you not cast three? And I would not say. To a friend say, who went back ABCD? Wouldn't me? Hey, and I wouldn't could do a channel. Hey? I broke Ghana and penny 4 pounds. So I could do one. Yeah. A first sample, you know, said you. Some pro pa. Hey, Chama Costa Mamusia. So what? Obaba. Obaba. Sir.
Assassin, you didn't say yes, sir. Any perfect, you couldn't have for you. That's what you mean, your man. And one area, you ever said, I did. Fish one for you, we need it. I best said you may agree. Comes up for every 3 million.
Allah. Yama, my back, okay. On over my phone. Can I see the day night? So, yet, Timbalano. So, my brother,
Oh, the old Tata Tamben. Oh, I'm back to what you could do, my TV now. Allah, for you, you're ready to go on what that small boy. The bear, 4 years. Allah, there's so. For you, you're ready. You watch my phone, I watch about it. Watch my phone, I say, Allah. You grew up when they say, because I'm saying, yeah, Mama, what I'm with now, yes, so, bracket, I only bracket, yet, you think what I know.
Who do you work for? Safety, away fee. Sir, who should I fee? Okay. Look at what you're saying. Who do you work for? Hello? Who do you work for? You better talk. Allah, come. Come, pass here and come.
I don't know. I came here no 1 week. I don't know his name.
You don't know his name?
Yeah.
Where is he coming from? Is he also Chinese?
No, Ghana.
He's a Ghanaian?
Yeah.
You don't know the person you are working for, you don't know his name?
Yeah. I came there no long time. 1 week, like that.
Huh?
1 week.
Who brought you to Ghana? Who brought you?
Me.
To come and do what? The person you work with, you don't know his name, but you are working with him. Huh? Wait a time. Do you hear English? Hey, madam. Do you speak English? Huh? Hey, you don't speak English, you give him dog.
How do you negotiate with him?
He's small.
Yes, so speak. Who gave him dog? One of my was What did you do? Emma, or you must say, one of you two. Mama, please, have you got a name? What do you know?
He told us that.
Osede. Huh?
Masa.
Hey, Osede.
You were mentioning the name so tough.
What number? What name is Bana? What number? 1 and 5. Wine driver. And security in terms of what?
We have to tackle the issue of Galamsey rather seriously. Let's see how we can solve that problem, because this is a clear indication of some of the effects, yes, of Galamsey.
Far from being tackled, Galamsey is now so widespread. Miners are moving onto the river itself. Strange new boats are appearing that can suck up silt from the riverbed, sidestepping the need to dig pits along the riverbanks. But the constant churning has turned once pristine waters murky brown. The shorelines are scarred, cocoa plantations crushed by the heavy machinery that is dragged across them. This is the kind of distraction that we see in the society.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because
government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, a very good morning to you. It's a fresh Monday morning, the 6th of October 2025. You're welcome to the program. We thank God for giving us today with the directive principles of state policy. Like I always say, we have an opportunity to join the conversation in making Ghana a better place. Let's start with the headlines of the newspapers as usual. And I start off with the Daily Graphic. On the front page, it says, Galamsey rips through Insuta railway line. 3-kilometer Takoradi Achim line destroyed. I'm going to show you the video, subsequently. I would say Citizen Vigilante did us the honors by, capturing this particular situation. So I think at the right time, we'll put the video on the screen for you. Mahama renews war on Galamsey, pledges comprehensive sustained action. Ghanaian Times, Galamsey fight, I'll declare state of emergency if President Mahama. $300 million Bright International Amusement Park set to become Ghana's 24-hour economy epicenter. President, Sports Minister rallies support for Black Stars as team nears World Cup qualification. Zoomline supports National Sanitation Day. Government intensifies Galamsey fight with 5-pillar strategy. Daily Guide, Angela List wins Global Award. Kumasi Inner Ring Road project not new. Minority. Galamsey fights Galamsey state of emergency. Mahama shifts decision to national security. Government outlines 5-pillar strategy against illegal mining. And Dr. Razak Poku writes on National Lotto Act regulations. The New Crusading Guide. Massive groundswell for Bawumia as regional former party executives rally behind his 2028 bid. Unity North Spears will define our future. Tanko Atokle tells Anglo people. NDC cannot develop Ashanti region better than NPP. Koka. Edukrom Presbyterian Senior High Technical School relief of acute water crisis, that's water shortage crisis. Angela List breaks into World League of Most Powerful Women with Global Award. Congratulations, Angela. Gomwa Fete Amankrado denies involvement in sound-winning activities. FISEC 70th anniversary. Mining companies urged to support educational infrastructure project. Nation marks 40th day of Apostle Kojo Safo's passing. The Inside newspaper, Galamsey, Mahama says Ghana can win fight without state of emergency. Galamsey crackdown, collapse under Akufo-Addo, Lands Minister. Eyebrow raised over security implications of a 14-story building overlooking CID headquarters. There's a building that's also coming up close to the Foreign Ministry. Honestly, I haven't done my checks on that building, but that building is also looking down on our Foreign Ministry. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's a very beautiful structure coming up and really tall, overlooking our Foreign Ministry. So I'm not sure if we're looking into all these things. Is that also a security, you know, I don't know, apparatus or something like that? But that's just for information. Eyebrow raised over security implications of 14-story building overlooking CID headquarters. Galamsey crackdown collapsed under Akufo-Addo Lands Minister. Akwapim South MP commend government for increased prison feeding grant. Latin America condemns interception of global salmon flotilla and detention of activists by Israel. The Herald newspaper. Okay, I'm trying to get some other papers here. The Herald newspaper says that ex-Ghana military officers exposed in $10.5 million rusted 53-year Soviet-era armored vehicle purchase. Musa Dankwa leaves questions and biases in his premature Mahama secession polls. Hey there. Bolgoso Prestia mines ownership raw deepens. Blue Gold demand $1 billion compensation. Nguvu Mining CEO Angela Litz grab Global Award in New York. NDC Godfather Ato Ahoy tears into Adomotri. He begged for a job, then turned against NDC. That interview happened here on the platform. Maamiefwa Huajeto promises trade, tourism, and regional integration at Lagos Forum. The Delhi Guide. Angela Litz win Global Award. Kumasi Inner Road Project not new minority. Galamsey state of emergency. Mahama shifts decision to national security. Government outlines 5-pillar strategy against illegal mining. Dr. Razak Poku writes on national lottery regulations. And the Ghanaian publisher, Blue Gold demands mining lease back. Okay. Galamsey fights showing results. Boa. Baumia's 2028 bid gains major boost. Angela Litz wins 2025 GPW Award. Ghana observed 40-day Apostle Kojo Safo. And the custodian, lawyer, notifies Parliament to impeach Mahama over Galamsey crisis. Kumasi Inner Road project began under MPP minority. Will pick Bawumia for 2028. Ashanti Eastern Central Greater Accra MPP delegates declare. Nation to mark 40 days of Apostle Kojo Safo's passing, and also Razak Kojo Poku writes public education about National Lotto Act 2006 at 77722 and LI 1948 of NLA. The government to introduce, that is Daily Post, government to introduce AI mapping and track and trace system for mining. Vice President vows strict action against teachers who abuse female students. A section of the audience at the Ghana Teacher Prize Awards program held at UHAS, listening to Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman with rapt attention as she delivered her keynote address. So that's the inserts you have there. Let's unite with one spirit to develop Anglo. Council of State member urges chiefs, traditional leaders. Also, the Inquisitor says that AG to Court Wontimi reports today or you will be arrested. Razak Opoku educates public on National Lotto Act, other regulations. Galamsey fights, Lands Minister making gains. Dr. Prempeh to top-notch delivery at Harvard Ministerial Leadership Program. Daily Post, Vice President vows strict action against teachers who abuse female. Okay, I think I've captured this one already. Let's go for Business and Financial Times. Stability, not strength or weakness of cedi matters most. Local fund domicilialization to anchor market growth. Nguvu Mining CEO wins Global Power Women Award. Cybersecurity Chief calls for resilience, skills, and stronger enforcement. All right. That's it for the headlines. We'll take just a quick breather. We're back. We have some interesting interviews for you. There are beauty queens and there are beauty queens. There's one special beauty queen with us here in the studio who seems to be more concerned about Ghana than other beauty queens. Am I casting a shade into Comes? I'm sorry, but I'll be back shortly.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. It makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kit. Happy smile.
Chia winning Nara, me ding edge dapa, me dear strong cocran ebremo. Now that what you animal would be on the edge, Japan of a debremo. And no, any summer spices. Summer spices in here, and we will remember various flavors. Open a yako, open a name tree. You do good jollof muma and we get there. Open a near the goon quam, you do for you. Hot, knuckle pibito. Na Emma with Piani, and yet day. When you mean ya, you can your cocoa now for acre.
Down when you communicate, you all enjoy Uduba. That's some spices. One in the essence, don't cry. I'm going to get it. Some spices in a Sabi, Daddy so say. Some spices, Salmon spices, Yama chicken.
Salmon spices,
Insanaka in Kitswa, measure 10 grams. Yawa chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, and jollof, and the flavors of food will be brave.
Samu spices, yes, Saka.
Hooray, Ghana! The Ministry of Transport and its agencies invite you to the Ghana Transport and Logistics Fair 2025. It's the first of its kind in Ghana. From 22nd to 24th October 2025, the World Trade Center Accra comes alive with cars, shape, train, logistics and plane dealers all in one place. Are you a modern car dealer? Do you sell electric vehicles? Then this fair is your platform to shine. Students and the general public will experience free electric car test drives, thrilling maritime showcases and even free helicopter rides. All 15 agencies under the Ministry of Transport, plus global car dealers, airlines, logistic giants and investors will be there with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as our guest of honor. Register now at info.digitaligh.org, 0244-613-246 or visit our website www.transportlogfair.org. The Ghana Transport and Logistics Fair 2025. Beyond movement, resetting Ghana's transport future.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest, go be from Georgia be luckiest, from not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be the luckiest.
God Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana. This morning, we will start on a rather unusual note. You know, once in a while, we throw in one or two exclusives that has to do with some specialized areas or people trying to put out certain amount of information that is equally important to the development of this nation. And this morning, we're spending time with a beauty queen. So before I went on break, I said there are beauty queens and there are beauty queens. There are some who really add to not just the beauty on the outside, but also from the inside, what they have to add to the development of this beautiful nation that I'm so proud of. And so one of them is with us here in the studio, in the person of Esther Kujori Kachana. She is the Miss Health Ghana 2024. Esther, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Did I crucify your name or?
You tried.
I mean, look at those dimples. They make me blush. I'm even blushing. Anyway, I tried it.
Yeah.
Esther Kujori Kachana.
Kujori Esther Kachana.
Oh, Kujori Esther. So it's Kujori first.
Yeah, Kujori is my surname. Kachana is my middle name, and Esther is my first.
Your first name. So you start from the surname.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
Are you
that.
Presbyterian? Uh-huh. Oh my
Yeah, the
goodness.
first person to get that right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I said that sometime to someone that, oh, I actually arranged my name that way because of my background, I mean, religious background. And the person's like, well, I'm also Presbyterian, I never knew. I'm like, maybe you didn't go to the right Presby.
If you didn't attend the right Presbyterian church, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I know that. I mean, I'm Presbyterian, I know. I'm probably the only Presbyterian who didn't adopt that style because I didn't understand.
Well, it's more comfortable. And it makes my name sound really nice.
So then I'm called Ampofo Ifwa Ani. How? No. No. Anyway, Kujore, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
So it's Miss Health 2024.
Yeah.
What's the project number? I mean, this is about the 6th or the 7th, or how many years have we done this?
Started in 2019.
Okay.
So I'm the 6th queen.
Oh, so you're the 6th queen of Miss Health. Tell me about your ring, your crown, and the pageant itself.
Yeah, so Miss Health Ghana is actually a public health initiative by Lamrock Agency, and our CEO, Miss Roxanne, she brought about with other board of directors. This was one of our flagship programs. So Miss Health is not just about pageantry, but also about putting up projects that affect the nation as a whole. So basically, that's what Miss Health is about. And I won 2024, and my project is on Minamata disease, basically the health impact of heavy metals, especially mercury, lead, cyanide in our environment and on our health.
So you went into the pageant. It's Miss Health, right?
Yeah.
So what was the theme during your 6th, pageantry?
Our team basically spoke about sustainability and innovative ways to tackle public health issues in the country. Yeah.
Did it include our environment, the nature of filth, or the amount of filth we have so far, generated in Ghana, and how we are even maintaining the system?
So the team is given out to us, and then the ladies, I mean the queens, we all bring our project. So based on the team and what is passionate to you, you come out with a project. And the pageantry is opened up to health students, health enthusiasts, and health workers. So I'm a health worker. I'm a medical diagnostic radiographer. And so that's when the health side comes in. So whatever, let's say you want to participate and yours is, your project is about cholera, you can come. Depending on the team and everything. I mean, the team doesn't limit you on the project that you want to do, but then when you come, you work around your project and with the team for the pageantry.
So your project will propel your potential or ability to win?
Yes. So just a side note, my project won the best project for the night.
Oh, fantastic. So your project was on Galamsey?
Yeah, Minamata disease awareness creation.
What did you do? I don't have the project. Maybe for the sake of time, even if I have it, I can't play it all now. But what did you do?
So we had to shoot a video. We went out into our communities, shot a video, and based on what I wanted to put out, I brought it in. So I shot a video where I highlighted the impact of Galamsey on our environment and how what I want to do to tackle that, and how, if not attended to, is going to affect our health as a country. So basically, that was what my video was about. Interviewed a couple of people, interviewed some experts in the field, like the director for Water Research Institute at CSIR, brought in their voice and all that. So yeah, that was what my project was about.
When you went into the community, I mean, regardless, nobody's going to see you as a queen or potential queen or even a woman or whatever. We've seen that the Galamsey sites have become almost very dangerous and risky to even visit. What was your experience like in the field?
So I come from a community that has experienced Galamsey. So
where?
I'm from Akimodan, so we have neighboring communities that are heavily engaged in Galamsey. And side note, the River Brim in Akimodan, my maternal great-grandmother was actually named after the river, where she told us, when we were growing up, she told us stories about how clear the water was. She had to cross the river to go to the farm, and how she used to get some of the water for drinking and cooking in the farm. Growing up, I saw how clear this water was. I mean, I used to commute from Odan to Kumasi using the bridge on that river. But as I was growing up, the water started changing. And then I went into the health field and I realized, oh, it's because of galamsey. That's why these the water is changing color. But I delved deeper into it to look at the health impact it's going to have on us. That's where I found out about Minamata disease, which actually originated in quotes from Japan. So with Japan, this was more about industrial greed, where an industry or a factory in Japan, where Minamata Bay was located, deposited their methyl mercury, which was a byproduct, a waste byproduct, into the Minamata Bay. So the people consumed fish from this water body, and they started experiencing some strange symptoms. I mean, the symptoms when it started there in Ghana, I'm sure would have attributed to spirituality. So they had symptoms like, so even the Minamata disease, in quotes, the nickname for it is the dancing cats, because the cats that were in this region, when they ate the fish from the river, they started exhibiting signs like they were dancing. So they were like, what is this? And then the human beings also started exhibiting signs of trembling, giving birth to deformed babies, so many, like having cerebral palsy and all that. So first, the country was in denial. They were silent about it. They delayed in tackling it. But fortunately for them, they were able to contain it within that region. So it was a little bit okay. It wasn't like spread in the nation. But in Ghana, we don't have that time, and we don't have that luxury, because galamsey is everywhere in all 16 regions. And if care is not taken, it's going to impact us and the next generation.
Are you, growing up, did you drink from the river brim?
No, I didn't. But one thing I know about water is this. Wherever there is water, there is earth, and there are plants. You don't have to directly drink from the water body. It will come to you. So we have surface level water and we have underground water. And surface level water actually has a source from the underground water. So I might not go to the river brim to drink the water, but then wherever I am, it can get to me. And I might even end up taking fish.
That's a very interesting. I haven't even looked at it from that angle.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening my brains.
So most of us here in the capital might think, well, I'm not in the galamsey area.
Yeah.
Why should I be concerned? Most of our fruits, our vegetables, our fish, most of our food products come from these villages. These are the areas where mining and galamsey is also going on, and it's very rapid. So there was a research done that recently it became a hot topic, that how can contomere be containing toxic metals or having high levels of mercury? Because when we plant them, they are also taking their source of water and nutrients underground.
So when we say that water will find its own level, literally that's what it actually means.
Yeah.
It will get into the soil.
Exactly.
It will travel to Accra. It will travel to. We have underwater. Sorry, underground water and we have surface level. So it will find its level even on the surface.
Exactly.
It will find its level in the foods we're eating.
Yes.
So you'll be joking if you tell me.
Exactly. And one thing is that if we are not looking at the impact of agriculture on us, there will be a time that we'll have to start importing most of our fruits, which is going to be very expensive. I mean, now.
But that's already happening.
Yes.
We have imported fruit.
Okay.
If you go to the malls, you see them.
Yeah. And then look at the price compared to what we grow here. Then just imagine having to import water. Water is like a basic necessity of life. How are you going to import? Like, let's just say by the end of this month, you have to budget the amount of money you have to use to buy water, imported water. It's going to have a very drastic effect on almost everything we do in the country, from pharmaceutical companies to the hospitals, your daily life. I mean, if you are buying water at exorbitant prices, you might actually, maybe if I have to take 3 bottles, maybe I don't have a lot of money today. Let me just take 2, which is actually going to impact us. And we have to look at
you have to drink water based on the money you have.
Exactly.
That's where we are. Oh, actually, you said you are, what's a branch of medicine you are practicing?
I'm a medical diagnostic radiographer. So when you come into the hospital, we are the people that do the CTs, mammos, and all that.
Okay. I was going to ask you if you go into the testing of these chemicals in the laboratories, because that's what we have actually discovered. Some of your people have done the testings and they told us that the metals and the chemicals in the foods that we're eating. But I'm sure you can give me some information on that as well.
Yes.
When you did your project, did you go into that branch?
Yeah.
To gather some information in that area.
Yeah.
So that it's not just politicians that are talking. I'm asking you this question for people to have the basic knowledge from people from the medicine background, right?
Yeah.
So tell us what exactly you found
So,
out.
With my project, I partnered and I'm still partnering with CSIR, their Water Research Institute, that department, to help us test some of the communities that I'm adopting with the help of Miss Health Ghana team and the National Malaria Elimination Program in the Eastern region. So we have some four communities that we have adopted illegal mining areas where we are doing tests there. But I mean, CSIR has brought out some figures and some of the impacts of galamsey here. I mean, right now I have a research done by EPA and some people. EPA said that they did a research in 6 regions: Eastern region, Western region, Ashanti region. And I mean, these 3 regions are termed as the hotspots for galamsey now. We have Central region, Western, North, and Savannah regions.
Hotspots?
Yes. So the hotspots are
Savannah region?
Eastern. No. So the hotspots are Eastern, Western, and Ashanti.
Okay.
These are our hotspots for illegal mining as of now. But the research paper that I'm talking about right now was the research was done in 6 regions. That's Eastern, Western, Ashanti, Central, Western, North, and Savannah regions. And after the research, this was the conclusion that they came. There are significant mercury contamination, alarmingly high levels in the Ashanti region, particularly at Konongo, Odumase, and Zongo, indicating serious health and environmental risk. Also, there are elevated and widespread arsenic levels in the Ashanti region, highlighting the urgent need for remediation and regulatory action. I mean, they went on to tell us that the capacity building for environmental officers, health personnel, and community leaders in identifying and assessing risk associated with toxic metal exposure is on the low. So what they are trying to say is that we need to educate these people to be able to tell the populace that this is what is happening in your community. You need to take action. And I mean, it's not just these regions. We have so many other places that they didn't touch.
I mean, Eastern, Western, Ashanti, if you take our Bronga Hafo, they are food baskets of Ghana. We import food from these areas.
Yeah.
Eastern, they produce a lot of food. Western as well. Ashanti, flooded with food. They all, export to other regions.
Yeah.
So it means that now, but maybe you can tell me the seriousness of it. If I'm eating anything from Ashanti region, or if, say, I'm in Kumasi and I'm eating fufu, what is the likelihood that I'm eating a poisoned cassava?
The likelihood is very high. I mean, from just what the paper just spoke about. So let's say on a normal, if the mercury level in Ashanti region is supposed to be, let's say 1, and now it has increased on a scale of 5, and now it has increased from 1 to 3. I mean, that's like a very high probability of you eating contaminated, in quotes, food from any of these regions. And it's not just these regions. I mean, Dr. Riafe from Peace and Love Hospital came out to say that in the Eastern region, there are alarming rates of breast cancer issues or cases coming up. And she's thinking it might be related to the toxic substances from illegal mining being exposed in these areas. So research should be done into this. I mean, we are in Breast Cancer Month. So that's not just it. We are not just talking about our food. We are not talking about our environment alone, our health, our mothers. We are at risk. I'm a woman. So at a certain age, I'll have to start screening my breast. And just imagine that I do all other things like doing exercises, having a very nice lifestyle, recommended and everything. And the impact of me getting breast cancer is as a result of someone doing illegal mining that I might not even be doing or engaged in. It's that serious. So if it's not you, it might be a loved one. So we all should be ambassadors. And I mean, UMAT came out with some recommendations on how to reclaim our land. And one of the recommendations is that we plant hyper-accumulators. So these are crops and plants that can take out mercury and toxic substances from the environment, store them in their stems, their leaves. So what we do is that when we plant these hyper-accumulators to reclaim our destroyed lands, we take them into the lab to know the level of mercury that was in the soil before we planted the hyper-accumulators. We test the level of the mercury that has been absorbed. Then we keep on doing that so like we can absorb all this. And
how do we get these hyper-accumulators?
So hyper-accumulators are very easy to get. I mean, Wentia is even a hyper-accumulator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A champion is a hyper-accumulator. Exactly. So these are some of the things that we need to do. But what we have to do is to make sure that these areas that we are going to reclaim our lands with the hyper-accumulators, we don't make the crops and plants that we plant there get into the system, because the goal is to, in quotes, suck the mercury out of the soil, but not to transfer them into the populace or citizenry.
So you work with the EPA, right?
No,
Or
this is a research by them. I don't work with them. The people that have been able to secure partnership with the CSIR and the National Malaria Elimination Program, they actually came on board because of the Agenda 2028, where they would want to eliminate malaria from the country. So they also did the research and realized that some or most of the illegal mining areas are having high cases of malaria recorded there, which is going to defeat their purpose for the 2028 agenda. So they decided to partner, where I educate the people about Minamata disease, which is a neurological disease that comes about as a form of ingesting mercury or heavy metals.
So this Minamata disease was an outcome of the research that they conducted. What will be your project in going forward? This is just an interview. I want to believe that you have quite a lot installed for you to embark on. It's not really, it's going to be difficult working, wearing a beauty crown and still being this serious. That doesn't mean that beauty queens are not serious, I beg. But I mean, when we say beauty is beauty is beauty, but sometimes people hardly think that they get into these areas. But knowing your medical background, it means that there's so much on your shoulders as far as health is concerned. Government is obviously doing something. What do you think, or how do you rate the government's efforts? I mean, feel free. Don't worry, nobody will beat you.
Well, I don't want to sound political, but some of the things that I think we should look at as a people in fighting Galamsey, in my opinion, is to look at technology. I mean, the president was saying at some time
AI.
Yeah. So we can, instead of, the president was saying some time back that we don't have the manpower to go to these places to sack them or monitor them. I mean, we have drones. We can look at investing in this to secure our forest reserves and our water bodies. And also some of the LIs, we should look at them. I mean, the controversial one, LI 2462, we should look at it and be very proactive. I mean, now I feel like the citizenry is reactive to the problem. Being proactive will mean that we will have to look at different or other useful ways of mining without using mercury or these toxic substances in our mining areas, and then have ways and means to
that's being proactive.
Yeah, that having ways of and means to equip these galamsees. I mean, it's because of economic hardship. That's why they are there. So we have ways and means to.
I don't want to go by that school of thought. There's no research that's proven that it's because of economic hardship.
Well,
as it is now, you can tell that greed.
Yeah, greed. As I mentioned earlier, the first case or scenario of Minamata disease was as a result of industrial greed. And in our country, we are having the same thing play out before our eyes right now. So I want to give them the benefit that, oh, well, it's because of economic hardship, that's why they are there. But then we have so many ways. I mean, the lands that you are destroying, I always say that agriculture is the next good that we are ignoring. we should find ways and means to equip these people with technical skills to go into agriculture. I mean, we have so many ways that and so many things that we can invest in. We have our Deputy Agriculture Minister into farming, ginger and all that. How are we going to...
John Dumelo.
Yes. So
2 for you.
So we have, and we as a country, we are blessed in palm oil. There are so many things that we can do with palm oil. Cocoa, for instance, we are spoiling our lands, our cocoa to go into Galamsey. But cocoa has more than 5 products that we can get from it. We should look at ways and means to equip these people to go into agriculture, which is just one of the ways, I mean, go into agriculture and invest in them so they can export some of these products and we get some to use for ourselves. If you're exporting most of your products outside, I mean, who am I to come close to you? You'll be like the next Bill Gates or the... yeah.
You won't be sitting here with me.
Exactly.
No, it's not possible. Anyway, so just for clarity, the Minamata disease, whose research gave us that outcome?
So Minamata disease... No. So Minamata disease, we actually have a Minamata Convention by the UN.
Yes.
So there are some policies that even Ghana, we are part of the Minamata Convention, but we are not even following. So when you go to the UN site, the environmental section, you see some of the research there and all that. And WHO is actually telling us that we might be underreporting Minamata disease in the country because, one, we don't have the equipment and diagnostic facilities to be testing all these. And it's very expensive. I mean, during the project, I did a little bit of background check to know how fast you can get your results if you test for high mercury levels in your system. And in Ghana, the fastest you can get that is like 2 weeks. Yeah. And it has to go, some of your samples...
The fastest you can get what?
Tested for mercury in your blood level mercury or urine.
Will you advise from your background, will you advise for every single Ghanaian to test for mercury in their system? Have you tested for it yourself?
No, especially those in the mining areas. But I would want to give a condition for that. You can't be a part of the problem and expect us to save you. These should be, the people being tested should be people that are willing to test and also follow through with a plan to, in quotes, rescue the community and themselves.
Have you met the health minister yet?
No, I haven't.
Minta Akando?
Nope.
Okay, so Kwabena Minta Akando, just in case you're watching, I think you have to meet this young lady. And maybe we'll try and see if we can arrange for a meeting with you and him because you are needed. I think you're needed in the system. Everybody is needed. So we hope that you can have this meeting and give this, advice. I like the, what did you say again we should plant?
The hyper-accumulated.
The hyper-accumulated plants. So I just checked the grains of psyllium. That's the Huentia, just in case you do not know. And then we have the achampong. That's called the Cromolena. Is that it? Cromolena?
Yeah, you forgive me. Yeah.
Don't laugh now.
I'm not laughing.
Cromolena odorata. I don't know if that's a botanical name or that's really the name, but Cromolena odorata. That's achampong. Achampong, I want to know. I know. That's what we use in healing wounds and things. I mean, growing up, I heard about that it's very good in healing wounds.
And it was so very common. Now we are cutting everything away. And these are plants that we don't even have to import. So we don't have an excuse that we're importing these plants into the country to do...
It's another cost.
Yeah, no. These are things that we can actually find in our backyard. Especially the very same areas where the Galamsey activities are going on. So we should look at that.
I have a guy who comes to clean my house sometimes in the weeks. And when he comes, there's dandelion always growing behind my backyard, even in the midst of the gravels or the stones. I ask, okay, so that's achampong. If you don't know, that's a Cromolena odorata. Cromolena odorata, that's achampong. And then we have the grains of psyllium, that's Huentia. I love Huentia in my cocoa. So every time this guy comes to clean, I tell him not to cut down the dandelion. I said, leave the dandelions, let them be there, because sometimes I tell them I use them for salads.
Yeah. Or you can actually add them to your palm nut soup if you're a fan.
Okay.
It's so good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
thank
mom
you
used
very
to give us that when we were growing up. I mean, I wasn't a fan of palm nuts, but my mom would be like, well, you have to. And then I want some green chili. Okay, just in front. Yeah.
Mother's always a considerate. Anyway, all right. We're wrapping up. Your last words before I let you go. What should we expect from you in the next few weeks or months?
Yeah, I mean, we want stakeholders to come and join our cause from Miss Health Ghana. And actually, I'll be launching my foundation, Minamata Foundation, very soon. But you can still follow us on Instagram or any of the social media platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Miss Health Ghana. You find me there, just in case you are finding it difficult.
What's the foundation going to do?
So Minamata Foundation, what we are going to do...
We don't want any sleeping dogs, so...
No. So what Minamata Foundation is going to do is we are going to create awareness on the Minamata disease, because we realize that a lot of people don't know that, well, you know that you're going to have an impact on the toxic substances in your body, but then what is the name? What does it entail? We are going to create awareness on this, and also our partners, we are not just going to talk and educate people about it. What are the practical steps that we are doing? So that's where the CSIR comes in. We have a community where we are going to test their water bodies there, give them a water treatment solution and plan. If they follow through and we are satisfied with it, then we replicate these water treatment plans into other communities, but we will tailor them to fit their community, their lifestyle, and what they do. So that is it. But all of this comes at a cost. So stakeholders, whoever is interested in joining us to fight this, you're welcome.
You'll be pleased to have them on board. If you've watched your water bodies destroyed to this point, of course, you're going to spend a lot of money trying to fix the situation. I thank you. I thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure having you. Kujori Kachana Esther. Yeah. I got that right this time. She's Miss Health Ghana 2024 and a medical
diagnostic radiographer. Okay. And
medical
the youth ambassador for National Malaria Elimination Program.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's two.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
anyway, you're right. You're right about that. How are we doing in malaria situation?
Yeah, getting there. I mean, the elimination program, we are fighting it. We are trying to start it. We want a zero malaria country. So by 2028, we should be able to see significant improvement in our health. I mean, in areas of malaria.
Are we on the right path?
Yeah, kind of.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's your response?
I mean, a lot of people are reluctant about malaria. They see malaria to be one of those sicknesses where you can just get treated and you are good to go. But malaria is very deadly.
It is.
It is very deadly. I mean, some of these countries, when you have malaria, you are quarantined. Yeah. So you see?
That's when the standards are super high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we want to get to that point where when you come into the country, we just display at the airport that Ghana is malaria free. I mean, some of these foreigners, that's their reason for not coming to Africa and all that.
Yeah.
But we want you to come.
They complain about mosquitoes.
Exactly. So just imagine having a malaria free country. We are going to benefit from it in so many ways.
All right, Kujori Kachana Esther, Miss Health 2024. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Ghana, we're hoping to see more of you in action.
I hope here becomes my home.
It will. It will. Having been on Good Morning Ghana, it certainly is your home, trust me. Thank you for coming on the platform.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and I hope you also, had some very important information given by this, Beauty with Brains, obviously. So we will take a quick breather. We'll continue the, conversation on Galamsey and also some other, information that we seek to put out as well with the guests who are coming with us on the platform. Amma Pratt. Mami Amma Pratt is with us. She's the press secretary to vice president. And also Tabitha Apianyele Ayila. She is also aide to Dr. Baumia. We'll be back shortly.
kids stay the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking Publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend me calico, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Friend me once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the accent. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friend is sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come tum preko.
Ama, nansi mi jeno wo bin enko ye kwao. Ama ma ye bohu se kontomra akija.
Nansi me hu se me nyo basima kra. Ama me kunu ni me into kwankwa. Oh you right. Enye mo ko. Give us GC mixture and the capsules. Aye num boom. And what some na more kana. A boa emma and a meme nyina. Na ma wo ba ye obesima. Na be ma so aye bemasima. Ya, we be boa wo kunu. Ama ne giant sa wo de hye ne botum. Na wanyinya na nti sese ne wo yi chop mo. GC mixture and capsule. Achesa.
A painful battle one more menu for one kwada when you feel to me.
Promo. Your most preferred estate partner is given a massive 20% discount on land sale. Yes, for our Founders Day promo, Estate Masters is offering this special discount for outright purchases up till the end of September 2025.
Purchase your tracks today.
This cuts across all our available sites, and upon purchase, you get to enjoy a free indenture and free site plan. Our site visits are also free, so rush now and secure a plot of land while this offer lasts. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
Mami Jane, Vice President, Memo Kwaba. Emre Tiemu, and I'm Tessa Wobaha. Abefe Jay. Emma Many J Pa. Na Mamponti Mansuti and almost 20 J. Mammy, said Jay, a yard a seer at the Akumasu. Na bear November no, and I'm a son die. Na their sumono, the Buyan say, near air catch them, say, and sa a shot, Siano, San Sanoa Ebiwi. Intimate Wobano, me who semi die sono, abem.
Etiamo dese, Yababa Mahama, Edia Sampano Nam, Onwane, a Vice President Mua, Young friends, someone in the day, ensure the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Chenana Opoku Ajiman.
Moji mfeso moja madaje nyina baba tsaiti yeni aso yeda mwase aha ye bai ye de nchia kese ye de fie wura ye president John Dramani Mahama ose ye ba ye meyesa nananom mumpo mutisen amanfo soso mumpo mu etisen Nansa de amode ahode age ni su ide gini se me kona mbe ko kasa o me ko ye na obi ahoya na kanu anu ana mo amunim se so ni hokra neni edaso mo so ono ne renfi obi a ogidi se oman na ye chichiri de ebe ya asumje ebeba na akọ obi aso enu nti na ye politics so baba kira se ade ba ko pe ene vote asa bibi ene ho bio na yaba ha so so enim se edwan ti na yaba me nuanu ma wo mo ha e ma no mo wa se edwa de e ma ye office edimu ene edwa ana nti sa menim se ma no so to ade wo eno so ye penisa na emo anka ye ka dia anka be ka se ma no ya office pa da sma me kan se bi o kwa ni office no de bi owo no ewiabo a onte ensi otu a ohu sa na ye nso so ye pese ye office no ye pese ye be hu ye ma ye nuanom mba no anka nsi otu na che se enne no on ton ade na won ton ade a ne ma no eduane be no obedi enunti na edwa asam no ehia yen kese sa wo ba na wo hwe no nsema no ginigina ho ne banchi no gu awiem na wo senti nsu pete kakra ma mi obeye den enti ebe sire mu nyina momo ayen na yen kyekire oman ni yie na asomdwe emremu enunti na na ebe be gina edwa yen ni mi
Welcome back to the program. Right, we're going straight into the discussion. But first of all, let me just put this across before it escapes me. Else I'll be crucified. So we have a gentleman with us here in the compound of Metro TV. He is in an office, and that is a Millennium Insurance Company Limited marketing manager in a person of Edem Nelson Ewuku Segbeji. Edem Nelson Ewuku Segbeji. He just graduated from the University of Professional Studies as in the Master of Science and Insurance Risk Management, in Insurance Risk Management. So obviously, it will benefit you to probably give your insurance deals to Millennium Insurance Company, as they have some experts who are well versed in the area to manage your insurance activities or packages for you. So Adam, congratulations to you. And I hope that you definitely add on to the insurance industry here in Ghana and across the globe. Congrats to you. All right. The guests with me this morning, they are seated and they're ready to have the conversation this morning on the platform. Mamiama Pratt is Press Secretary to Vice President Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. Mami, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You've been out of the system and you're back into the system. You've been saved by grace.
Yes.
And you've been healed in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Okay. Yes, Tabitha is looking at me like.
I saw some bruises, but.
Hey. On her face? Hey, I haven't seen no. Let me see.
Don't mind, Tabitha. Let's go. You said saved by grace?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No. That's all.
We thank God for your life.
And I'm money. I'm sorry, viewers. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
I'm happy to be back.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you. All right. So, Tabitha, Apia Yila is also aide to Dr. Bawumia. Are you aide to Dr. Bawumia or you're aide to Dr. Bawumia's campaign team? To Dr. Bawumia. How many aides he's got now?
Why?
I'm thinking there are quite a number of, especially the ladies I communicate with. Most of you are in his camp. Yeah, and most of you are his aides. So you have like a number of aides for him or to him. So we have you, we have Akosia Menu, Dr. Ikia Mwako. Is she aide or she is Deputy Communications Director?
She's not Deputy Communications Director. She is the spokesperson.
Spokesperson. So deputy spokesperson, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what's the difference between the deputy spokesperson's position and then the aides?
Spokesperson, not deputy spokesperson.
Yeah, I know, but...
So what...
Oh, you mean spokesperson and not deputy spokesperson?
Yes. I don't think I'm in the position of explaining what the differences are. I'm not in that position to do that, but this is what I know she is to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and your work is what?
My work?
Yeah. As aide?
As aide. Annie, you know already, we support his campaign, you know. There may be some specifics, maybe communications aid, campaign, probably you'll be part of his campaign team where you move from one place to the other. You know, there are different responsibilities
assigned
to us. So basically, some of us are within the comms side, where we aid with the communication of his visions to the people. So basically, that is it. And you know, we have very, you know, we have what we call the special aides, and mostly they are with him almost not 24/7, but you know, they must always be very close, whereby he can have access to them to run some, you know, for him. So it's basically like that. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, I'll leave it at that, but I'll ask a follow-up question having to do with some social... So there's this screenshot that was making rounds over the weekend, and one of my team members sent it to me. And I was wondering, okay, what is this about? So it says, it's a screenshot that says, payment for 100 Ghana cedis received from, that's DMB Social Media Army. So 100 cedis received, and then he cancelled his balance. And then it's like a DMB social media army transaction ID is there, and then I don't 00000 fee.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Lady Pearl posted this. She says, as Baumia has paid us dear, expect actions in the week to come. We must find a scandal by all means. Do you know Lady
I'm
Pearl?
surprised to hear this. I don't know anybody called Lady Pearl. You know, one thing we should understand is that politics is some way. People can do whatever they want to do. We have self-appointed destroyers. We have people that will just, you know, try to identify with a certain camp, but they are really not with that camp, and they will do whatever they want to do with the name of that camp. So honestly, I don't know who Lady Pearl is. I don't know what she means by social media army. For Baumia. I'm not aware of that.
DMB.
Yeah, so
DMB
I think
army
we shouldn't even give it this kind of
army.
attention, because this
it's important, because if you don't respond to it, we will assume it's correct, because this is obviously the person actually erasing their balance. It means it's an accurate information.
No, it's not accurate. And I think you should disregard it.
Hold on. I'm saying that it's an accurate information with the receipt of the money. But maybe the creation of the account name DMB Social Media Army is fake. Anybody at all can't do that. So you have to respond to it, to clarify from people that you are not doing anything of that nature.
No, there's nothing.
So that it's an opportunity for you to clarify, because else this has traveled so far for my team to have gotten it and sent to me.
Yeah,
it means it's gone viral.
Yeah, we'll look at it, but this is really not something that
you are doing.
Yeah, it's not. I've never heard this. This is my first time hearing this. So the public should be very careful about some of these people who come out, you know, just to cause a lot of problems in the system. They should disregard it. It is fake, very fake, and you can take that from me. It's very fake.
Mm-hmm. If my producers get it, they can put it out. She's saying, and because you are saying you are the aide, it's important information for you to gather and send back to the team.
We will look at it, but the public should disregard it. It's not coming from DMB, and whoever is doing that, I think the person should stop. I think the president already made it clear that now we can trace your IP addresses. Yeah. So if you think you are going to, you know, run somebody's campaign down with some of these things, we will come and look for you with your IP address.
And you laugh after. We'll come and look for you. Oh my goodness. Samuel Brian Boabing, good morning to you. And Samuel says that, Annie, so you can't clean your own house. Opulent lifestyle, Annie, shaking my head. I mean, you know I will respond to you, but that will be after the show. Let me just leave it here. Let me leave it here. Let me come to you. So we played a video of the VIP, you know, being quite active last week into the weekend. And we've seen him go into the market. This was, I think, the ministry.
No, the video that you saw
the video
from the Ministry of Gender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what exactly was happening there?
So it's been a, excuse me, it's been a very, very busy week in the office of the Vice President. We have been to Kumasi last week. We went to 3 main markets, the Mampontein market. We went to the Swame market. Remember that Swame market has been grazed down recently by fire. Mm-hmm. You know, we're also in the Krofrom market, you know, and the vision is very clear to firsthand, like a working visit by Her Excellency herself, you know, to these markets to assess what these markets look like, you know, in some instances to renovate some of these markets in places that we find lacking, to sort of beef up, you know, what the market looks like in our communities, and to sort of formalize also, if that's very possible, to formalize, you know, how we operationalize our market activities. She said it more eloquently than I could ever do. The fact of this being the offices, you know, of our market women, the way that we value our offices and we take time to make it look nice and to make it effective, but most importantly, to make it functional. Her dream, you know, for women in Ghana is to make the market offices just as, you know, edifying, just as functional, just as practical, because at the end of the day, we are talking, you know, revenue mobilization for women. We are talking security for our women. Overall, we are talking development, you know, for the whole country. And this is directly in line, you know, with things that were said, you know, in the campaign, with a vision that is very dear to Her Excellency's heart, you know, and straight to the heart of the research agenda. So excellent time. So there was that very important working visit to the Ashanti region. Look at that market, for instance. So it wasn't one of those visits where we just sort of have the debes and leave. She actually went into these markets, you know, touch and feel, excuse me, of the markets and the states they are in, heard from the market women, heard from community leaders, heard from the chiefs, you know, because at the end of the day, it's development with the people. Right? It's people-led development. It's what they want. It's to hear the stories. I say this all the time. There's an important connection between land and people. Sometimes we take things for granted. A market woman's stall, her table, there's an emotional attachment there that some of us might never understand. You know, so you can't stand on top of a hill and scream development at anybody. You have to come down and listen and take it in and see what works, what they need. You know, it was very interesting, and I sat through this myself. It was very interesting to hear, especially from the women who had lost, you know, property, had lost their stalls in the Swami market. To hear them say exactly what it is that they want and they need. For Her Excellency to interact directly, see them, hear them. It's always so important. So this happened. You know, reassuring news that most of our markets are right in the view of Her Excellency, the Vice President.
Sorry, should we give you some
great
hot drink?
Thank you. You have given me a hot drink. Thank you. I don't know what's happening with my voice this morning. For, you know, our markets. But, I mean, I say this all the time also. You can trust an NDC administration when it comes to markets, because you know the track record. I'm sorry.
You're welcome back. I hope you're...
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. So, I mean, I can speak to so many markets in the NDC administration that have been, you know, not just rejuvenated, but actually built direct state-of-the-art markets that this administration has built. And so if this administration is the one that's saying to you that we have the markets at heart, and we are going to sort of revamp in some instances, build in some instances, make our markets functional, you know, then you can trust, you can take that word to the...
Functional is the word.
Yes,
I like the fact that you did the analysis and sort of drew the clarity or established the clarity of how women are very passionate about the ornaments they work with, the tables, the chairs, even the food items they're selling and all that. I like the fact that Nana Jane has also, proceeded to go into the field when it comes to women. Well, it's not just women in the market. I know it's men, but it's mostly women. So let's just give it to them. Yeah, let's just give it to them. But I've seen pictures and videos of Asafo markets. Is that the one that we've been putting on the screen? What the first part Mahama built before he went out?
The KJT market.
The KJT market, yes. It was a KJT market. And the way this market has been built, and yet you still see women selling wares on the floor. And I'm talking about food items on the floor. I actually had the opportunity to call the KMA boss. The one who said he'll whip you if he comes to meet you on the road, I called him and I said, is there a reason why we built this market? Because it's not for the beauty of it or for the architectural, side of it, but it has to serve a purpose. And the purpose is that we're building a market to get you into the right space and the right way of selling our items. Did you or will you observe these things and make sure that these ones are not done? I mean, I went to Israel. I went into one of their biggest markets. And, the things we will sell on the floor in Ghana here is not allowed in that market. You see that even if you don't have a table, you don't want to put it in the shop, and you want to bring it out, they have boxes. So if it's tomato, they arrange in a box, they tilt it in a certain way, and it's lifted off the floor. It's not supposed to be on the floor. It's just obviously guided by rules. In Ghana, it's like, even you build a market like KJT,
It's like it's a functional word. We need to formalize, because we tend to leave the market and how we run it, and its administration we make it very informal. So that way it's open to, we are left at the good faith of the market woman and how she feels and what she thinks is the right thing to do. But I use also, beyond the word functional that I use, I also use the word formalization of the processes. It's important. The markets are the bedrock of any country's development. Name it. Even in terms of nourishing, the population, it starts from the market. So it's a crucial, very important aspect of nation building. So yes, there are conversations to be had, but I've said this before, that it's not development for the people, or not just development it's development with the people. These are conversations we are having, with our market queens, very important personalities, in this chain of making this happen, and so we will do right by Ghanaians. Again, this is an administration that has shown that it understands, it gets it, I've said this over and over and over again, that relationship between land and the people. Sometimes you've built a market, somebody's refusing to move and will not move into the main market because there's a certain connection, with the soil. And these are things that we can appreciate, the nuances, the cultural nuances, of how we trade. There are even superstitious angles to this conversation, but all of these things are things we can get by collectively if we understand and appreciate the importance of the stakeholders. It's not for us to do something and start creeping people in line. And no, it's a conversation. It's something that... It
gets to a point where you have to negotiate.
No, we will get there, but we are not there yet. And we are not there yet. This is something we are going to do collectively.
You speak like President Mahama. Declare a state of emergency. You say you are not there
Calm down. So we will get it, but this is all on Monday. So the video that you show, the footages that we are watching, not this one is in the market, but the one that you showed of Her Excellency dancing beautifully with the aged, that happened at the Gender Ministry. Now, 1st October, we all know, is the launch of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month globally. So this is what we did at the Ministry of Gender, Her Excellency and her team, we all went to the Ministry of Gender. We did two things. We launched, 2025 Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But beyond that, we also launched the commemoration of, International Day of Older Persons.
Okay.
So Her Excellency danced, with the older person. She says they are her contemporaries. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
And then she also sang to them. I wish you had that video. There's a video of Her Excellency actually, Ifrimamu's song. This is Ifrimamu's song, Mo. Paying tribute to the older generation and all the sacrifices and the hard work that they have done over the years to build our nation, for nation building. So she went in front of them where all of them were seated, and she sang the songs, and they sang it with her before they then proceeded to dance the with. It was a beautiful thing to observe.
I don't know. Let me throw a small shade into the camp of Nanado. He said one of his biggest challenges during his administration is the debt exchange program. I just want to believe that was a form of an apology to the aged. I hope they will forgive him.
I hope so too. But I mean, that is something that happened. It's on record. It's something that happened in our nation that we all hope and pray that never ever happens again. Like Her Excellency exhibited that day, older persons are people who have paid their dues. Hard work. Some have worked. Some are on retirement. Sacrifices. And have handed to us the baton, hopefully, of, I hope, also just respect, and grace and things like that. So by her example, and I say this, for me, I say this all the time, that the biggest achievement of Her Excellency, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, is the grace she brings to leadership. Right? It's how she appreciates and understands, she gets it, the role of the elderly, of the aged in nation building. And she exhibited that. I mean, it's not always words. Sometimes it's actions, right? Getting up from her seat, moving to where they are, sharing a song with them. And which song? Efremamu's song. You know who Efremamu is in our nation, right? She sang it to them. They sang it back to her because, mind you, she also has paid her dues.
Yeah.
And is still paying her dues, right? And it was a beautiful moment. I moved back. I moved back. I just stood there and I was just watching. I was like, this
give
is
respect
beautiful.
to whom respect
This is
is
beautiful.
due.
Let them have their moments. This is beautiful. And you should have seen the way they all just warmed up to her. All of them wanting to dance with her. It was beautiful to watch, and it's important. I say that nation building is about facts and figures, but it's also about feelings. It's about psychology. It's about, again, feelings. And it's important that we get it right. It's important that leadership, starts, or we lead by example. Her Excellency has showed us the way that this is how you pay tribute to the aged. This is how you show respect and you give credit where credit is due. So this happened, I think, on Wednesday, 1st October. But then that's not all we've done this week. So we've also been to the Malata market. That was led by our social sector advisor, Dr. Miriam Idrisu, because Her Excellency had other engagements that day, so she couldn't go there in person. But Dr. Miriam Idrisu was in Malata market, I think on Thursday, also, to commemorate with our market women, also to sing with them, also to dance with them. It's an amazing time. But at the heart of all of this is development. Have a look at the market to see what we can do, how we can restructure, how we can make it functional, So I have to say, they say work and happiness, right? It's that beautiful blend that is killing me as I sit here. So it's all work. It's a working visit. It's all work. It's all work. It's all work. But I love how Her Excellency always takes the opportunity to say thank you to our women, to give them a pat in the back, to say that I see you. I know what you are doing for this nation, and we appreciate everything that you are doing. So this has also happened. Over the weekend, she was in the Volta region, the Asogli Festival, the Yam Festival.
Yeah, the Yam Festival.
With,
it was big.
It was amazing.
I mean, I
couldn't go.
I didn't know that festivals are huge. This year, it took a different time.
I mean, right? And very important conversations also came up from there. She spoke about this initiative to feed Ghana and all the plans that are happening right now to make that happen. So initiatives around taking agricultural students, into the market. When I say market, I mean the field. make it happen. There were conversations around, this issue with this parent-teacher. We were talking about this earlier, me and you, and that conversation also came up. But I mean, all in all, but that wasn't all. Also, the next day, she went to the awards, the national awards for teachers.
Oh, for teachers,
yes. Also a very important.
I'm going to go there because there are some quite important statements she made at that award, and I would like us to have a discussion, especially having to do with our young ladies coming up. You really need support. The young ladies need help. And those of you who are passing comments like, oh, but the girls who was enjoying it.
Oh, I see where you're going.
I mean, I will not fret even going there. If I have to do a monologue on that show today, promise you I will do it. But it's not my show. It's a show for the guests. So I'll respect that. We'll get there. I just, I had a discussion with this beauty queen, Miss Health 2024, before you guys came on the set, and she made mention of some, she's a medical person as well, so she has a bit of some medical ideas, and she mentioned hyperaccumulator plants. There's something called hyperaccumulator plants. She mentioned, for example, a champong in the local palace that we know. She mentioned Huentia that we know. And she indicated she's actually campaigning on Galamsey. As you're talking about Feed Ghana, there is a lot we have to do in saving the soil, because the soil has also been soiled, right? So she mentioned a few things like that, which I thought people like that must be, pulled into the main governance system, so that they can add their knowledge to what they are gathering.
Being pulled into the main, to use your words, government system. So our president recently met with CSOs. I'm sure you watched it. It was carried live across the nation. So, and I think it's the first of its kind. He literally said to the spokesperson and Minister for Communications, open the doors to my critics. That's how I look at it. He literally said, open the door to my critics. Let them come and give it to me. Essentially is what happened. So all of the CSOs that have been championing, and criticizing this administration of Galamsey, and even the previous administration of Galamsey, had the opportunity to meet with the president, ask questions. For me, and this was what I really expected, was for them to proffer solutions for us to get to the desired destination.
Yeah.
So all of these CSOs have different areas of expertise. I was hoping that in that encounter, we're going to hear from the CSOs also credible, ideas on how to get it done. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's to criticize, of course, it's important. The president said, I like the criticism. Keep the criticism coming. It will keep me on my toes. It will keep us, focused, on the destination. But beyond the criticism was also, for me, that very important aspect of, Your Excellency, perhaps if you look at here, if you did this, it's a collective effort. And the president has said this over and over and over again, that it's a collective effort. My doors are always open. I'm always open for conversation. And he keeps opening the door for conversation because of that. So all of these, can I call them agencies, or all of these interest groups have more than ample opportunity to bring to the table all of these ideas that they have at the end of the day. And this issue of Galamsey is an existential problem. Nobody can ever underestimate how important this is, and how today we need to move away from it, and we need to get Galamsey away, and for Galamsey to be a thing of the past. It's that crucial. But I mean, all hands on deck. All hands on deck, and we'll get it done. So for me, she's already on the table. It's for her to just show up when these opportunities are offered, and for her to speak up, and because opportunities are there. The president keeps opening, the doors. Come in, let's talk, let's Jojo, let's find solutions together. Let's end Galamsey now.
Let me bring Tabitha. Let me bring you in. We've spoken about the vice president and some of the activities she's undertaken within the markets and all. Is it a point where you would say it has to be done because government is a continuum, as we always say? So we can't abandon projects that have been started. We cannot really leave it. Or what we have to add to, we have to add and all that. I don't know how you see what her work has been so far.
So far, I think her work is good. She's doing great for herself. I think women need the help they can get. Doesn't matter how small it is. I will maintain that the power that the NDC won, they just didn't win it, without the help of women. It's women that actually gave them the nod to get to where they are today. And so if there is anything that they can do to support women, I am all out for it. Because, excuse me to say this in Chi, that wouldn't be nawada. Because imagine how many people can we all support. We can't. At times we need the government to come in and support. So if the Vice President is taking this up and, working at it and ensuring that women get a safe space to sell their farm produce, I think it is a step in the right direction, and we need to urge her on to continue doing that for our mothers. My mother is a trader, still is one. She has been in the market space for more than 4 decades. So I understand why there is need for this to be given to the women. At times when it's raining, where to even put their wares and stuff is a challenge. You find some of them, subjecting themselves into, very bad weather conditions just to support home. You find some of them clinging on to, I don't know whether to say, in fact, it's sad, especially on a sunny day when you go to the market and you see how the women are sitting under the sun, selling. It's sad. At times, I think what keeps them going is the fact that their kids will eat, their kids will wear clothing, their kids will have good health. That is what is keeping them there. But you and I sitting here, we know we cannot survive under the sun. We can't sit under the sun continuously for more than 2. We can't do that. And these market women are doing it every day. And I think that...
it places a lot of responsibilities on politicians. And so when you hear about allegations of corruption and how far politicians can go in stealing monies belonging to the ordinary person, you just, I don't want to say things, else I'll be very extreme.
You have to be extreme.
It's like you see monies meant for street lights
diverted.
Monies meant for simple common roads, or maybe markets, or maybe very simple things. Well, from where I stand, I see them as simple things. She mentioned how emotionally attached, depending on where you are and the soil on which you are on, such that some people are very passionate about simple KVIP. You build KVIP for them and they will vote for you. And you will never understand, but that is like the need of the people.
You see, let's not kid ourselves. There is poverty. And those who are hardest hit are women. And so at times they are always ready to receive that very little support you think is nothing. They are ready to receive it. Some of these women are doing without any support. We are living in a country where mortality rate among men is high. And so you have some of these men dying and leaving their wives behind, and they have to, take care of the kids. And these women, I tell you, the little support you give them, they will appreciate. Like you talked about KVIP, a place of convenience. At times you even go to the market to buy items and you are looking for a place to, pass urine, and it is difficult. At times you go to them and they will tell you that, oh, what do you for and now there is a container, like it's not the best of hygienic conditions, but they are there. These women are there. They are virtually, somebody who, excuse me to say it this way, but that is what it is. I have been on the market. I've been in Bolgatanga market. I have sold cereals. I've sold a lot of things in Bolgatanga market, so I know what I'm talking about. Some people have to, defecate and do everything in the market, tie it nicely, and, you know, hide it where they are selling their items. No, it's good we say some of these things so that people know these are the realities on the ground. And so if projects like that are made available, it helps them. At times, I wonder how some of them get to change their parts, you know, when they go and sit there. I wonder how they get their privacy to change themselves. You know, women, every month, you go through this.
So some of the markets actually like these amenities.
Yes.
And they find it, oh my goodness.
A lot, yes, and these things, when done, goes a long way to help the women. At times, you go to the market and you see children roaming as if they have nobody. It's not like they don't have anybody. What if we intentionally
create nurseries
at the, you know, so
in
that
the markets.
Yes,
also be top standard markets.
That's I think there was one that was launched by
imaginations right now. Like
there was one that was launched by that was last year by Akosua Menu when she was contesting for the Adenta seat. They actually launched one like that is attached to the Adenta market. Brilliant. That is what we should be doing. And I always say, women who get the opportunity to get there, up there, remember those of us who are behind.
But none
extend. That's what I'm saying.
The popular statement.
Yes, so
there's a woman there.
No, I'm blown away by that statement.
Yes.
You have to keep the door open.
Keep it open. And you know, let's not forget where we are coming from. Let's not kid ourselves that majority of our women are not in important places. Let's face the realities and let's solve them head on. If Prof, there's a lot Prof can do, and I think one of the things she should be adding to her, you know, list of things to do has to do with education when it comes to exploitation of the young females in our educational, you know, settings. All these things must be looked at. Probably there is no education. Let the education go down there. Protect our girl child. Protect their mental, like, I don't know how to put it. Let's be very intentional about, you know, solving issues that concern women. I was listening to Melinda Gates, and she made mention of the fact that each year, the amount of money given into research, especially when it comes to human beings and whatever happens to them, is just 1% that is dedicated to the health of women, telling you that even at the global stage, women are neglected. And if you are able to solve the very problem of the woman, you have solved the very problem of everybody that is attached to the woman. Because the man you are going to give birth to will first of all have to pass through the woman to come out. And so if you don't have a woman who is, you know, very healthy, both in, you know, body, soul, and whatever, you can just imagine the kind of society you are going to create. And I know we'll be delving into the mining sector, but just a little intro. Do you know that when your wife is pregnant and she's exposed to contaminants like the heavy metals we've been talking about, the contaminants during, you know, mining, it goes a long way to affect the very fetus that is in your wife's, you know, womb. These are serious issues we need to address. The woman, you can't take her out of it. And that popular saying that when you educate a woman, you educate the whole nation is a very serious saying. And I think people have still not understood this saying.
We're going to go straight into it. So Daily Post has captured a very interesting article, one full-page article. The source is My Joy Online. The caption is, Predators in Classroom, Confronting Sexual Exploitation in Ghanaian Schools. I read just parts of them. It says that in Ghana, schools are meant to be sanctuary spaces where knowledge is shared, character is shaped, and future is built. Yet, time and again, these same institutions are scared by revelations of sexual exploitation of female students, often at the hands of the very people entrusted with their care. The recent suspension of an assistant headmaster at KNUST Senior High School, that man should also be, what's the word, the legal word for it?
Prosecuted.
He should be.
Prosecution.
Yes, because that's sexual abuse. He should be prosecuted.
The headmaster.
Yes.
Of course.
And it says that how many more stories remain hidden? Matter of fact, that's the biggest question in this particular development. You have no idea. You don't want to know. Randy Abe will say, you know, a lot of the bad things we used to do in school, you weren't hearing them because there was no social media, because there were no phones. And the truth of the matter is that currently a lot of people are doing it without phones, without social media. We found this out because the girl was naive enough to put up a phone and record it, naive enough to send to friends without knowing the consequences of it. That's why I say that protect her face. She's still a minor, so protect her face in dealing with this matter. But that's an excerpt of that story. Let me just leave it here. Vice President vows strict action against teachers who abuse female students. Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has vowed strict action against teachers who abuse their positions to harass female students, sending a stern warning to anyone who violates the trusted place in educators. Speaking at the 2025 Ghana Teacher Prize in Ho, the Vice President condemned incidents of violence and misconduct in schools, calling them a betrayal of trust and a disgrace to the teaching profession. She highlighted cases involving teachers in leadership positions, warning that such acts will no longer be ignored. Leaders cannot ignore those teachers and others in positions of power who abuse our young people. The recent events involving one of our teachers in the management positions are a case point. As teachers, we must always remember that we are placed in position of trust protection. This is something that you are not even supposed to be told. And those of you who are saying that the girl liked it, I mean, you're a teacher, you are vowed to protect the sanctity of the child, including the girl child. And the girl comes to you even stripping naked. You don't have the wisdom or the knowledge base or the discipline to say you are not supposed to do that. I'm punishing you for this. And you are just so hungry to satisfy your useless sexual desires with some girl whose breast is like, what cry is here that I can describe with? I like Ankacholi. You guys are cheap. You are cheap. Yeah, I mean, we know that men are just, I don't want to disrespect men by describing them in a certain way, but we know how your sexual desires are when it comes to your gender. So we can understand to a certain point. But I think it moves from that point to another line where you have become abnormal. Quite abnormal. Because if you've given birth, you should be seeing your child in this young girl. You should be seeing your nephew, your niece in this girl. You should, I mean, come on. Anyway, some of us have stories, but for reasons of best known to ourselves, we cannot really see everything outside. But it is crazy. Like, you should be prosecuted. We can't just leave you at sacking. So, Tabitha, let me leave you in your hands. Let me just leave this in your hands now. You can deal with it. There is a headline I saw, and it was a GH1 headline or flyer captured by one of the executives with NAT. He said, "Male teachers, we, NAT, are pleading with you. If you want to do the thing, we have nice, beautiful female teachers who are single." My question is this how this matter should be handled? Or we're taking him out of context? I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're taking him out of context. In tackling this matter holistically, I don't think that this is even an important statement to make at this time, right? I know men are joking with this matter. It's not a matter to joke with at all. It's not. If you want us to grow up, become responsible women, and vote for your asses, then this. I mean, I'm sure I'm taking it out of your mouth, but take it out.
When it comes to the amorous relationships that exist between teachers and students, I think it is an age-long thing, and I'm happy it has come up. the fact that it has come up again and it is making the, news headlines shows that we need to go back again and look at it. Now, I already told you that I would love that the Vice President takes it up. Listen, I will use myself as an example. Back at JHS, I think that was JHS 1 or 2. By then, I attended Anuwam JHS in Bolga. By then, my father was the PTA chair. And there was this master. He was a science teacher. And you know, those days, after reading comprehension books, they would ask you to carry the books. I was the class rep, I think, by that time. And so I was tasked to always carry the books in and out. Now, it happened that one day when when I took the books inside the office, I met my science master. And this man realized that, one, we were alone. He saw that, two, I was so young, so he decided to take advantage. He asked me, hey, Tabitha, so with this, are you sure you have breasts? And honestly speaking, I've always been outspoken. So I said, yes, I have breasts. And it was really, yes, I was developing breasts, but obviously it wasn't big. And the pinafore was also concealing it. So he said, hey, then come and I will look at it.
When? What?
Yeah, that was what the master told me. Now come and I will look at it.
JHS level?
JHS. I think JHS 1 or 2, one of these. I said, look at what? That's your breast. I said, no, my parents told me I shouldn't show anybody my body parts. So I left. When I left, I went home. My dad came from work. He was having his dinner. And I went to him and I told him that, Daddy, are you aware today when I went to the office, my master told me that he wanted to see my breast. So my father got alarmed, but he didn't say anything. But what he did was that the following morning, he woke up, took his bath. By then, Bolga, there was this popular bicycle. They call it Gelaboy. Is it Phoenix bicycle? That was a long time ago. My dad said, come and sit and we'll go. So I sat on his bicycle and he took me to the school. When I got to school, I jumped into my classroom, not knowing my father was having a meeting with the headmistress. And so they called him.
I saw a video of a Nigerian who was warning people about Ghanaians. And she said, I think she said on my wall, she said, don't joke with Ghanaians when you offend them. They will not say anything to you at that moment. No. But you are sure that they will pay you back at the right time.
Yes. And all the teachers who taught me will bear witness that there was a meeting that day. It was serious. And there was this Madam Alice, I still remember her name. You could tell that she was angry. Okay? And she didn't like that it happened. And there were times you could tell that she will intentionally seek out girls to find out how they are faring. And I think that is what should be done. Afterwards, the master never liked me again, but I didn't care.
They didn't remove him from the school?
No. You know, he didn't get to touch me, nothing. So I want to believe it was just a warning, but a very strong warning, of course, that they gave him. So he never liked me again until I finished. But that I didn't really care about whether he liked me or not. I have a mother and father at home who loves me so much. So why should I care about you? And of course, I wasn't a bad student, so there's really nothing you can do about it. These things actually exist. And I can tell you that if you scan 10 women, out of the 10, 7 or 8
have been harassed before.
And it is so endemic that even in our houses, in our homes, where we bring in younger females to support us, you know, most of our men don't want to support us with the kids and with the house. So you bring in younger females thinking the person is coming to help you. And before you realize, the man is already, you know, sleeping with her.
Let me ask this question. Maybe it's a problem with men we can't solve.
No, it's not a problem that we can't solve.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to say that you can't change a person who has decided not to change or who has decided not to see the
anything
situation,
wrong.
exactly, the situation has a problem. So it means you have to look now inwardly and see how you can protect yourself from the predators. Like a lion, when it sees a human being, it will just pounce on him or her.
Equating
So
human
you will not
beings to animals now.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, is that not where it has gotten
Yes, I'm
to?
saying.
Yes.
Like,
I get you. But get it. Is that not where we are?
Yeah, that is where we are.
Because if a headmaster of that man stature sees a woman, a girl, as young as his daughter, and acts it that way, I mean, what are you?
Let me tell you.
So the question I'm asking is, do we now have to, you can't apply the same solution the same way all the time if it's not working, so you have to change it.
Yes.
Do we have to look inwardly, see how we can fight?
What we need to do is to start prosecuting. That's the only deterrent. Put them behind bars. Take them out of their jobs. Make sure that they pay for whatever they have done. Let me tell you, the kind of psychological damage they do to these women can never, ever be quantified. It follows some of them till, like, they take it to their graves. Some easily get triggered when they hear of another getting harassed. It's something we need to, you know, face it and deal with it. Even in our workspaces, these things happen. How do we solve it? We can only solve it by making sure that those who are exploiting women and taking advantage of them are dealt with. Let's not, you know, sweep them under the carpet and treat it as if it is, and that is how they are. That is not how they are. They are like that because we are also enabling them to be like that. You, a woman, I was telling somebody that, why do you think those days our grandfathers were cutting, excuse me to be brutal this morning, cutting the clitoris of their women? They did that to do what? To tame them sexually, so they do not explore. They put in measures to ensure that the woman's sexual freedom was taken away from them.
Is that justification for
No,
circumcision?
what I'm trying to say is this. They took a measure. So if there is any measure we can put in place to curb it, we need to put in place those measures.
But hold on. The measure was to, what do you call that? Circumcision, right?
Yes.
FGM.
Yes. So the measure was circumcision of women's clitoris.
So that...
I'm sorry, but the measure was not to chop off the man's penis.
She's not comparing, she's just making...
I'm just making that the comparison here that
we can
where we put in measures to control some things, it goes a long way to help. And I'm telling you, when the men wanted to control the sexual urges of a woman, they introduced circumcision. Yes. Yes.
I'm still not comfortable with that. Well,
it's a bad thing. I don't think you're
time,
saying it's a good thing.
It's not a good thing. I'm only saying that measures must be put in place. And I am relating it to the fact that when they wanted to
they did that,
control
which was quite extreme,
that
but they
of
did
the
it.
woman, this is what they did. Now we have the law saying that if a man or anybody at all who is grown, you know, taking advantage of a younger person, the person should be, you know, taken to the courts and actually being prosecuted and taken to the...
Because you can't do that in other countries.
Let
other
those things...
You probably will be killed. Even corruption, they'll kill you.
Yes,
for
and let
engaging
those
in
things
corruption,
actually work. That is what I'm saying. Let the
laws we have a
work.
challenge. We have our law, a constitution, that says you can have sex at age 16. But that same constitution says you can get married only at age 18. So 16, you can't get married, but you can have sex. That is what probably I see as even our biggest challenge.
No, there's no challenge.
No.
There's no challenge. There's no challenge.
No.
I'm sorry, are you done? I could finish.
Okay, you can have it. Amma will take.
There is no challenge here. That's why I was telling you that at times the laws are made and they are subjected to change. If we think the 16 cap is creating problems for our men, let's take it out. And let them know that a girl cannot consent to it until she is 18. Look, studies have shown that the woman's brain, her capacity to, you know, actually want to mate or, you know, choose a
male
sexual partner develops at the age of 24. That is when they are able to, like they have a well-developed brain to make those informed decisions. But you see, fine, we can say 24 is rather to the extreme, but 18 should be it. That is me. That is me. Let's protect our women. Because all things being equal, by age 18, she should be done with secondary school. And she should be heading to the tertiary or probably already at the tertiary. We cannot have our girls exposed to sex even at the secondary school level. Because at those stages, you know, their hormones are actually not, like, they are not in control of their hormones and how it works their bodies. And so we need the grown-ups to guide them. I am saying this from the scientific view. Those from the social side can also have their own ways of attacking or tackling it. But for now, to me, 18 should be it. And I think the laws, they should be looking at it again. They should be looking at this 16. This gap, they have made it open, so some people are trying to take advantage of it. Let's make it 18. Let's push it to 18.
Well, the criminal code has a doctrine in there about undue influence. And if you look at that doctrine very well, it simply voids any purported consent by anybody, even if the person is at of the age of consent, that's 16 and above.
Yeah.
So if you have a relationship with a 16-year-old, 16, 17, leading up to 18, there's a doctrine of undue influence that simply says that even if this child gives you whatever consent, and it uses the word purported consent, it is void. Because you're looking at the relationship, the dynamics of the relationship that is involved. If it's a 16-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl, these are equals. There can be consent. If it's a 17-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl, these are equals. There can be consent. Even when you look at the specific circumstances of that peculiar relationship, and you make a determination, which is why the law is the law, but the law is open to the judge's interpretation. It's nuanced. You look at every situation and where it goes.
And
now,
the factors involved.
A teacher and a student, when you look at the dynamics of that relationship, there's no way you can call it balanced.
So
they are not equal in any shape or form.
Hold on there, I'm under pressure. Let me just go for money small. I'll be back shortly, and then we will continue on that score. We'll be back shortly. We'll be back.
Kids Day the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
Ebusiafo ye mama kwaba eba Children's Palace. Nkwala nyema nyina fie enyi. Yon kwala ntade, money, money, nantari now I say. Yon kwala shoes, yon kwala journey, yon kwala wipes, kwala diapers, kwala toys, baby coats. In fact, be our paramount money now, benye biwa I say.
Located at East Legon Hills, Nana Chrome KFC. Contact us on 059 6377 172. Children's Palace. Happy children, happy fashion. See you soon. Bye bye.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you could be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you could be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Send your God up boom. If you're poor, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Edi asema menya oden o tiantie mu amanfo ada wo hye me boso obeto phone na mame me phone na say dada menya oden
the most surprised man
surprise ben
surprise
hey Kofi papa e phone o iPhone 13 nanya ne
ende me fankofo bi mienu o amuko circle ene ba ko ne ka chena dan fa hawa ono ode ni Ghana card eko EBA phone so a otua 40% pen edi ni phone man no a da aka no betua ne kakra Timothy ya me drop na me so me call ho ana me kwanya wo phone de bre wo no
oh Kofi papa me da se am sure
de ye kogu
wo EBA phones hade yeton iPhones ne ho akade nyina ye sanso de ma wholesale so ye dealer na so pedodo atua anase afi na wo hye iPhone business na se a braya se ye hwehwe ye chira kwan e wo Accra Circle Mall any tiptoe lane modern photos in chain American Monso ye ni odor rice ene di nhwenim Kumase Yewedum Ejekuma Brunsainim Obetumi so hu ye e wo www.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Kel Charcoal toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Sametra Sapapadia to a mammy manful. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, a man is swing, and a sansu mama hotel so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Wabedum tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Mekwaya mabesisia. Abozege. Akache say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean Oh, sorry. She knew her. Oh, dash. Eji, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Eji. I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Sorry, what uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral? At to phone for Arrowfield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
Na mom hwe na ndadanya a waso mosquito coil esudu wo mu no mu. Na say spray wo dan mu so a twan sima adronum ansa na akodan no mu.
Enkratoi FDA agiatum.
Back to the program. We're still on Good Morning Ghana, and I still have Mamiama Pratt with me, Press Secretary to Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, and Tabitha Apianyele Ayila is also aide to Dr. Bawumia. But a few messages before I let Amma continue. This one, quite long. Let me try my best. Professor E. Bruce Amate Jr., a.k.a. Manche Bruce, good morning to you, Dean of Students Affairs, TTU. He says, good morning, Annie. It's utterly disconcerting that male teachers in basic secondary schools or education are exploiting their positions of authority to take advantage of our underage female students. The consistencies in our laws further exacerbate the problem. For instance, the law allows females to consent to sexual activity at 16, yet can't get married until 18. This paradox is concerning. Additionally, the recent video of SHS graduates making veiled threats to married women about targeting their husbands is disturbing. And it also brings the subject of parenting to the fore. I am genuinely worried about the implications of this generation. I fully endorse the call by Vice President. There is work to be done. Manche Bruce, we appreciate this message, so profound. Thank you so much for the message. But let me read others. Okay, I'll get to the Galamsey issue very soon. But hi, Annie, the momentum and truth is here. Here with us, at least Galamsey fight. Okay, I'll read that one too, maybe later. Let's finish this one and we get into the issue of Galamsey.
So there's that. This whole issue of purported consent, let's just understand that our criminal code can render it void. So it's not a valid argument. It's not a valid reasoning, to give and say that a 16-year-old girl gave me consent or a 17-year-old girl gave me consent. I think that education needs to go down and go down very, very, very well. That it's not an excuse at all. I understand the calls for maybe a real look at this seeming void in our laws, where there's a 2-year gap, and we don't know what to do with that 2-year gap between 16 and 18. What really is the status of a girl, or even a boy at the age of 16? What was a 17-year? Perhaps we need to be more clear about what that gap, what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to do. Because I appreciate it.
Because if you do not have the consent to have sex, you do not have the consent to marry. Why the rush for sex? Why do we want to do that?
There's a conversation to be had there, and perhaps we will have that conversation. But I'm saying that today, let's not confuse that gap to mean that I can have sex with a 16-year-old. That education also needs to go down. That is not a time for, it's not a window for predators or for pedophiles. Let's understand that you will be prosecuted if you try, because there's the doctrine of undue influence that would assess this, your so-called consent, and render it void. So that education also needs to go down very clearly, that a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old will not give you consent, or can't give you consent, but that consent really can be rendered void, by a competent law body. Let's have that understanding. And also to say that I completely understand everything yourself and my sister here have said about the tone and the posturing that tends to sort of follow conversations like this, where we treat these conversations like indiscretions, you know, like, oh, and sometimes we even make jokes about he lost guard and he was caught, as if to say it's okay, you know, to do that.
Provided nobody knows about it.
The 11th commandment, thou shalt not be caught. You know what I'm saying? So we joke around it and we make it light and we seem to think that it's a man's world and men have, you know, a different set of laws that they operate with, and we have to sort of fall in line with.
Yeah.
There is a social contract right here. Even if there were no laws, and there are laws.
Yeah, there are.
There are laws. Act 29 is pretty explicit. It even calls this defilement, where you can be imprisoned from 7 years, in fact, extendable by 25 years.
Okay.
So let's just understand that the law is pretty explicit on this. Now, beyond the law is also just the institutional safeguards that we have within the GES itself, where you can be interdicted, you can be dismissed, you can be referred to the law. So beyond what our Constitution says, what our Criminal Code says, what Act 21 says, it's also just the GES and its own code of conduct, which explicitly says there cannot be any amorous or sexual relationship between a teacher and a student, regardless the age. It's pretty clear. So regardless the age, it doesn't, that issue of underage, it doesn't even come up. A teacher and a student cannot have an amorous relationship. It's black and white.
We're looking at the sexual situation. Sometimes some of the men even come on my platform and they laugh over it, and it gets very disturbing. And I dare say that most of you who have come and commented on this matter, you have done us a lot of bad than good.
No, it's ignorance. It's ignorance of the law.
So you see, if we knew better, I'm sure we probably would have had sex at age 45. I mean, because
45.
Sex is not as ordinary.
Yes.
No, but I'm not done. I was going to say that. So beyond what the laws are, what the law is, what the institutional code of conduct is, beyond all of these, is for me also, and the Vice President, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jino-Pukwajiman, speaks clearly on this. It's also just the social contract that all of us have with young people, right? We are fostering a new generation that is building a society that wants to develop. Now, do we do this by scarring our kids before they are of age? We always say that education is a preparatory stage in our lives. But I've just recently heard somebody say that, no, it's not preparatory. It's life, right? It's life for our young people. It's life. This is somebody's life. So, I mean, we and all of us are involved. It's not just the teachers. It's all of us. All of us have a responsibility to young people. All of us have a responsibility to young girls. All of us have a responsibility to the next generation. And if all of us are minded by how important this role is in nation building, then I think all of us will do right, you know, by our young ladies and by women. I have heard some commentary that is very disappointing. I've heard comments that have left me, you know, just sad. You know, it's 2025. Ignorance is no longer an excuse. If you don't know what the law is, and you don't know what your code of conduct is as a professional, at least bear in mind the social contract that you have, you know, with anybody that is in your care. Students are in the care of educators. They've literally been given to you to care for, to take care of, and the only relationship that should exist between a teacher and the student is one of empowerment, where you are empowering the young girl, where because of you, that young girl is feeling inspired. You're like a role model, you know, an example of integrity of who an adult should be. It shouldn't be a predatory relationship where you are grooming that child to give you a purported consent that is void. Let's use appropriate words. So I think that, I mean, I'm happy that when we were in the Gender Ministry's office, she said that, you know, efforts were underway, swift efforts, of course, you know, are underway to make sure that this one, because this is the latest one, is dealt with.
And the women in parliament, they've been so quiet about this.
They've not spoken about it.
I haven't heard
anything.
No.
Let's take it a step at a time. Let's take it a step at a time.
Parliament is on recess, but it doesn't stop them.
Well, doesn't stop them
from
issuing a statement or something.
So you see, let me just say this personally, and I found myself laughing in the room because I was the only person that started, cheering, and then I realized that, oh wait, I'm the only one that's clapping for this. I think that as a society, we also need to be a little bit more proactive in how we approach this. Let's not wait for something to happen to issue statements, right? Let's all be a little more proactive. If it's happening around you, call it out. If there's a way you can give support, give support. Let's empower our young ladies like how Tabitha's dad empowered her. And that empowerment starts from the appreciation of knowing that I am loved. When she was speaking, I was just like, oh my goodness, I hope every parent is listening to Tabitha right now. It's the knowledge that I have a father and a mother in the house who love me. That sort of gave her the backbone.
Know yourself.
It gave her some backbone to be able to report a man that is responsible for grading her. A man that's responsible for, disciplining her. A man that can be responsible for giving her future opportunities. These are the things girls look at when they are faced in such circumstances. Right? It's one, I have to be afraid of reprisal if I don't say yes. But it's also one of, hey, maybe if I say yes, I'll be giving someone due favor and due advantages. These are all considerations that no young girl should have to make.
Well, let's spend some time on Galamsey, which we have some developments on. That's recently the president met the CSOs and brought together some of his ministers who are directly in charge of some of the activities. Diligai says that Mahama shift decision to national security, and I'm sure it has to do with the state of emergency. Ghanaian Times says that I'll declare state of emergency if President Mahama. Daily Graphic says that Mahama renews war on Galamsey, pledges comprehensive sustained actions. I'll come to you straight, Amma. Are you really fighting this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what better way to show that you are fighting it by inviting everybody in to hear directly from them, right? And if you watch the encounter like I did, the CSOs did not come there playing. Some of them, even in the face of evidence, where we had the scientists come and show that the timidity levels have dropped significantly in most of these water bodies, still challenged the science and challenged the figures. And they were free to do that. Nobody stopped anybody. Where in some instances, the Honorable Felix Ofosu-Wakye would call a sector CEO or a sector minister, can you please address this? There was that openness and accountability, which is crucial in any fight, in any war. We are in this together. And we won't sit on a high horse somewhere and think we are getting it right. Right? We present the gains, and you invite scrutiny, which is what this is. The President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama himself said that he was under no disillusion or illusion that he was going to fight this within a few months. He appreciates that where we have come from is far. We are coming from a place where within a short time, hundreds of licenses were issued. Now, when you've had that situation, and the water bodies have been so degraded to the extent at which they have, you're coming from a pit. It's going to take a long time to crawl back into the semblance of normalcy. And this government is well aware of that. And is very committed to bringing us back to normalcy. This is an existential problem. There's nobody who is under any again, disillusionment that this is an easy one and this one is not important. It is crucial. Look at all the steps that have been taken over the years. Look at all the public engagements that have happened, within these few months of assuming office. Look at all the efforts that go in every day. We are achieving some progress. I'm happy that even during that encounter, a lot of the stakeholders themselves said, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't have these facts. We didn't have this information. Well, yes, now we all have that information. And now we all know that the president says, I am still open. Criticize some more. Speak up. Let's get this done collectively. I have a firm belief and an assurance that this clear and obvious show of commitment to ending Galamsey will end in ending Galamsey for all of us.
So this, you know, declaring water bodies as security zones, is it synonymous to state of emergency in and around water bodies?
The president has insisted that he will declare a state of
emergency is a total shutdown.
Yes, upon advice
activities within a certain area.
Upon advice from the relevant security agencies.
Okay.
It's not a decision that he's just going to take so moto, right? Just because. I hope you understand. It will be the easiest thing to do to satisfy detractors. And no, but I keep saying this is nation building. We are resetting the country. We need to do what is prudent and what is beneficial, what works. So he's saying that the state of emergency is an option. But on the scale of options, it's at the tail end of options.
But you need to explain why we were calling for state of emergency at the time, but today we say no, we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, so
what's the difference?
I hate to do this. I hate to have a conversation around who was the one calling for state of emergency.
Don't worry about who. Do you
understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because really, the NDC as a political party did not say that. These are individuals within the party that made these pronouncements. I myself sitting here,
but
you know, all of us have had cause to shout, you know, and we are still shouting. Because I still insist that it's an existential problem that needs to go away, right? However, how do we make it go away in a way that is practical and in a way that works for all of us, right? We could speak about so many initiatives, even this gold board by itself, the reasoning behind it, where there's one national institutionalized body that actually does. Do you know what I'm saying? Even that by itself can be said to be a deterrent to those that are doing it illegally, right? Even that by itself is one way of looking at the sector and looking at ways to formalize it and clean up that sector. So, I mean, all hands on deck. There have been so many initiatives. There's been, you know, when you start talking about these initiatives, you'll be told that there were other initiatives in the past, but all those other initiatives in the past went hand in hand with issuing out more licenses. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. This one is as transparent can be. This one is as accountable can be. And so surely we will make progress. We will definitely and definitely make progress. Yeah.
Okay. At a time. Let me take another quick breather, and then Tabitha will also have a turn. I think. Okay, Tabitha, I think you can start. Let's start first. I'm just looking at the time. They're calling for a breather, so.
So, Annie, I must admit that the president did well in calling the CSOs and having a media engagement with them, and of course with all of us as Ghanaians. Now, beyond meeting them, we should be looking at the impact of meeting them. Why did you meet them? What are we going to get out of this meeting that you had? I've sat here not one or two times, probably more than that, talking about Galamsey here. And I remember when my party was in government, we said, and I have said this thing here, that we did not succeed because we did not have all the parties on board. When we're talking about arresting people, some were saying they will be given amnesty. When we're talking about stemming Galamsey and like stopping people from illegal activities, others were saying we'll give you the opportunity to mine. But we have taken a new position that regardless of us not winning power, we are going to support the current government win the fight against Galamsey. Because we cannot sit in this country and allow some few people who benefit hugely from Galamsey to disgrace all of us. When it comes to numbers, we have the numbers more than them. And why can't we fight this Galamsey if we decide to come together and fight?
Pause on that question. Let me take a breather. Be back shortly.
Enya victory garlic mixture na wati ni dinati ni say na edro ni tie na no kwasem ne say edro we adwuma ye titru pa ne say ebeboa ananna ne srade ewo ni paduani mu ntin mu ama ohu atɔ kura de dika obabi wo ho a okonfikyire a ema edro ewu nya ye victory garlic mixture ebi kura ho bekɔ a ewie wansa na ba eye victory e na wuhia wunya victory no ma na busumi biara ubenya ufikyire akwa empa ho kura eno de akira obi wo ho a ne ti ne ka adwa no obi wo ho ye adwuma kakra bia no abrɛ na nakoma bɔ ne periperi ni nyina ye mogya entimi mfa akoma no nkɔ adwen mu eno ne kɔfa saa de ne ba ɔdɔfo mesrɛw sɛ ɔwɔ hɔ na wonsɛm ta adwew ebi a wonsa no sei ana wonam ro mu na esi fam no kura adwew ana ayɛtofo sɛ de adi fam ato mpagoa mu a ɛyɛ victory ɛna meka mfama wo unum victory asa no ma ye bobɔ so nyina no ebegyae de ɔtɔ hɔ anadwo a wontini na wohia victory emframa nyankopɔn de ama yɛn sɛ yɛ nhumi wo de wo nhumi a na wo tie so o bra ɛyɛ victory ɛna betimi aboa wo ye wo bi wɔ so a wo hɔ ana ne yɛ mahye no a obia na ne ka obia nya ne hwe obi wɔ so na nkoma bɔ ne periperi ni nyina mogya ne ntimi ne afusa ne ye wo ni padua no ɛdura wunya yɛ victory garlic mixture de watwa bra ya bia ya na asem kokodue ne nam no no ye ne basa eya victory e na make am for wunya victory bi no a e beboa wo se doctor de wato aduro so sani a ubetimi anom victory na ka waduro wonna ne se waduro no na abenu ma meet abiasa no anom we so na abenu ma no anom victory no so achi meet abiasa wo ye ne sa bibia abade kama ma se wona se tata wo ye agya ho aduma mesraw adura make am for ma wa ye victory garlic mixture Mr. Onipa ni bia bia danse a yepese yefa o madanse na tie na se oso koto a obenya sa danse kro no a
ntwe mi nyini mi mpedwan mi ntumi ni di mi yare so me na ko be 12 years ni ma num nduro mojeduru 5 minutes de tim matutu ana se na meti TV ntumi na mehwe na mu se omoto nduro bi esi victory herba victory garlic mixture ne mi mtoduru sa ba moduru no asa moduno eye papa ntimi ni di o mi di nsa no me didi afi bi no mo se didi ya na afi nsa na afi bi no ntimi ni di bi afi mi di ma edubone sa bi semi eno so no ntimi didi eno so mi be mu sa afi de eno so be du bi no ntimi ni di bi afi mi hu de menya me ma ti edo no kan wo TV so a na me kutu bi ni me edo no anopa any abiani anwumre no ande no si afi nyampara mi no adibia mtumi didi mi si afi na torata me ko ya black masa modro no die edoni ye na nyame nhira mo
aje me pa me problem ye menstrual pains nda ne kakra me so timi me nya me menses no bosum ni ma me bre pa me brankasa metimi to tondro no na ne se manti se yesi ye bibidro ha na makoto bebia me we metimi fa ka ekọ obi kru so ekoto bibidro metimi no bi tese na victory ni de in fact I don't know minim de wo mu de me koto obi me tie advert no TV so sada na me sorry anwunwe na me koto ye na dana me say ade yi to me paadi mu no moja tropa yi to me paadi mu ti me twa to me phone so kura se ha adwene a enka me de betum aka ho na mo ahwe te se wa hwe ye kwa baka se na bia me ya bo hye na me no maduro bi te se efi sada na yi sa moja troa no to me paadi mu no me nya meze se no maduro e ma me hu sa moja se bi like se kwoti te se ni nyina flow kama ti victory tie mintimi enja ento ho te to de bia na mo ba abaso mo mesoma abaso na eduro ne medi hu adanse
obi si me de cholesterol sa de bone e na aba mi padua ma be di atenase waduro ye victory garlic mixture se wunya victory ni no ma cholesterol no se ne nani e density bia no victory be yi ni nyina afiru ni padua no odofo wo padua to anama ne 024 2545 633 024 2545 633 and now 020 129 3280 020 129 3280 victory mkunimdie ne ade bramo
Welcome back. We'll have a few minutes to wrap up, but let me just capture some of your statements, especially on Galamsey. I said I'll read earlier. Alaji from Pig Farm says, good morning, Annie. To be told, I'm surprised and sad to see that functionaries of the NPP party are out and shouting on top of their voices to fight about the fight against Galamsey. I'm particularly happy to see that Ghana, at this moment, has seen someone like President Mahama, and I have no doubt that he is going to win this fight against the Galamsey, as assured. The NPP has forgotten so soon. They were the same people who passed the LI 2462 to allow the party functionaries and people and friends to destroy our river bodies and forest reserves. Please, the LI 62 was not made to allow party functionaries. Precision, please. Let me borrow Kikubaku's word, precision. They took advantage of it, but it was not made for party functionaries. So they should give us a break, you say. And this one that I opened here. Sorry. I just missed it because I opened. Okay, this one says that, Annie, the moment of truth is here with us. And then at least on Galamsey fight, after the encounter with the CSOs, most of them now agreed with the way His Excellency John Mahama is handling the issue. Ghanaians are really enjoying good governance and under His Excellency John Mahama. E-level, no more. DSTV subscribers are enjoying the new rates in reduction. For example, those on Compact Plus package, which was around 580 cedis, are now paying 380 cedis. So the difference in price, which is 190 cedis, that subscriber can use to buy more tomatoes, onions, and goat meat to enjoy, you see. Okay, this is from Papa Bisu, Spintex Road. Mr. Austin Gummy, good morning to you. Mr. Austin Gummy has a lecture coming off Gummy and Gummy Institute, 3-day appreciative leadership and organizational effectiveness training workshop is happening at Kempinski Hotel, Accra, 7th to 9th of October 2025. You have to actually register online to be a part of this. Tabitha, let me have you come in here.
So, as I said, we can fight Galamsey if we are in this together. And let me reiterate that the NPP is ready to support the government any day to fight Galamsey. Now, my sister was saying that the NDC never came out to say they will be declaring a state of emergency. But scores of them said it. We have the current education minister saying it. We have the current environmental minister saying it. A lot of them. Countless. Now, in your 120-day social contract to the people of Ghana, you said you were going to ban all illegal mining activities. And that's point 19 of your 120-day social contract to the people of Ghana. So even with this,
read it.
It says, ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves.
What has happened so far?
So far, we are yet to hear where they have banned illegal mining.
In the forest reserves?
Yes. We are yet...
In the forest reserves, they have?
Some, but not all. They didn't say they were going to ban some. They said they were going to ban illegal mining. So across board, you can't select some, ban and leave others. Do as you said, that they are banning them. And any new mining activities in forest reserves. Now we are here and we are hearing that per the Minerals Commission's data, 12 new licenses have been issued ever since the NDC came into power. Now the question is, at the event that was held, there were a lot of people there who were singing praises of the president. People didn't really want to be, very direct about it. And so they were, trying to massage, trying to get into the good books of the president whatsoever. Now, there were some key people that actually came out and reiterated the call for illegal all these activities being banned or calling for the state of emergency. And one key person that I will be highlighting the things he said has to do with Ken Ashigbe. And as we speak, the man is under attack by the attack dogs of the NDC and being led by the sitting and current Deputy Chief of Staff to the President in the person of Mr. Stan Dogbe. I don't know whether you saw those exchanges on social media. Very bad.
I didn't see the exchanges. I saw a statement from...
yeah, maybe we can go and look at that. Now listen, apart from Ken
exchanges, attacks.
Now listen, these are the things.
We can banter on social media, but does that amount to an attack?
Okay.
You understand what I'm
No,
saying?
you
We
see,
can banter on social media. We can disagree. But
you see, these were the issues he talked about. He said that there should be clear roadmaps, okay? And that key milestones and timelines should be set for all that they said they will be doing.
Mr. What's his name? Ken Ashigbe raised quite important points which I thought were good.
Yes, and I want to say them again so that people will know.
To all. It matters not which party you are coming from or which background you are assumed.
The president said
aligned to.
Criticize. Feel free, criticize. Let your voice
Are
be
you
heard.
aware Stan Dogbe accused him of being an MPP?
Where? When?
On social media.
So they have had exchanges on social media.
That's what I'm saying.
But nobody
so
has attacked anybody.
Why do you call him an MPP person just because he's calling the government's attention to what is happening to illegal mining in Ghana?
You are MPP. I can say you are MPP.
No,
Is that an attack?
no.
How is
When
calling
Ken
somebody
Ashigbe
MPP
was
an
fighting
attack?
the MPP when you were in opposition, nobody came out to tell him that he's MPP. Why today?
But what's wrong with him being
We are all
MPP?
asking. Why today? Why is he calling him MPP just because he called them out?
Oh, he didn't call them out. He only.
No.
I mean, everybody had come on board to
the
share
attack?
their opinions.
Samita, where is that?
And Ken Ashigbe did say.
I need to know where that
He
attack
said
is.
he accused him of being MPP. I
How
don't have
does
to
that
give you details.
amount
You
to
can go
an
and find
attack?
out. But I'm not lying. This is what he said.
I'm not saying
He
you're lying.
called
I'm
him
saying
out
how
as
is that
an
an
MPP.
attack?
It is an attack.
How?
Yeah.
Samita, you're MPP. Have I
I'm
attacked
MPP.
you?
No. But to call Ken Ashigbe and tell him that he is MPP right now when it is convenient
That's
for you.
an attack.
But when he was fighting the I don't know whether he's really MPP or not. But what I know is that he fought the MPP.
But even if he is, where is the
Sweetheart,
attack?
let me finish.
Where's the
Maybe you
attack?
can address
No,
that.
there are words we use that are important.
No, he
You're
attacked him.
accusing
You can't accuse him that he's
Deputy
MPP.
Chief of
Ken
Staff.
Ashigbe so far has not come out to tell anybody that he is MPP. I am MPP and I'm always proud to say I am MPP. I will never go and pretend that I am neutral and doing things that a neutral shouldn't be doing.
Okay, so
I have always been
I'm
MPP.
sorry, this was Stan Dogbe's post. This is Facebook. If your government in the 8 years of your colored fight, had demonstrated the political will and clear strategies deployed in the last 9 months, I guess we would not be here. And instead of gaining on negativity as a form of advocacy, you and your team, as advised by the president, should keep up the fight. But I add to it constructively and stop hiding behind political bias to gain a voice.
Political bias.
Why did he say that?
No. Listen. Mr. Stan
Because
Dogbe
to be fair,
has opinions.
Yeah.
And I believe we will all fight for his right to express his opinion.
But at this point, we're not going to look at it as opinions. We're going to look at it as coming from a deputy chief of staff.
Absolutely.
Because it's in contradiction it's in contradiction to the president's position. If the president says all and colors come,
he says
and let's
do
talk.
it constructively. He says feel free to. If I read what you just read accurately, then all he is saying is that feel free to construct like our president has said. But I'm admonishing that do it constructively.
But why did
Where
he
is
single
the
out
attack
Ken
here?
Ashigbe? Why did he have
Because
to
he
single out
feels
Ken Ashigbe?
that Ken Ashigbe has done it not constructively. That's his opinion, and he's entitled to it. Now,
And what
bear
I have to
in
say,
mind,
political.
I will also fully support Mr. Ken Ashigbe's free will to then debate, you know, the deputy chief of staff on the facts of the issue. There's no attack.
Yeah.
We are building a democracy. You are free to speak. I'm free to speak. Let's do it constructively and we move ahead. Nobody's attacking anybody. Unless we are saying that once you are in government, you can't hold an opinion or you can't express an opinion. Then that's the conversation we are about to have. And you know that I will not agree with that conversation.
No, but for me, I think when it comes to sharing opinion, when you are in power, not in government, because everybody is in government.
Style.
Yes. When you are in power, it is just the approach to communication.
It's style.
It is no more I'm fighting an opposition. It's about everybody is welcome in the government. So how your communication go will tell whether you're welcoming or you're actually pushing people away, believing which political party you think they belong.
I appreciate
I mean, we don't have to praise everything
style.
and applaud everything.
It's a conversation of style.
Yeah.
And we will not be here to police how somebody chooses to. You want somebody to be graceful. Somebody can choose to be graceful. Somebody can choose to be harsh. You have somebody in the race wanting to become flag bearer of the NDC. We can talk about his style of communication here. We can talk ourselves hoarse for 6 years on one of your aspirants' style and choice of words and how he's decided to conduct
Madama, you are
the point
you are in
out
a position,
of,
hold on.
I'm not moving
I'm
out
sorry,
of anywhere.
you are in
The
a
point
position of
is that
appreciating the fact that everybody's style of communication must
It's different.
Hold on. I understand that, and I admit that.
Right.
But it must go in support. The moment it contradicts, there's a problem.
So here's my thing. The conversation we are having is not about style, right? We are not here having a 101 class on communication styles. We can do that. My interjection, or the reason why I'm here is because she said attack. She said Sandowe has attacked him.
Okay.
And I fail to see the attack here. Where is the attack?
Okay.
How has he attacked
I think
him?
she said that because you are bringing in his political, aligned,
and that's an attack?
Alleged, whatever, political.
Do
you think that's an
he
attack?
is MPP?
And that's an attack?
Yeah. That's an attack on him because I don't know. I'm yet to see him being
Because
MPP.
then it means that, you see,
I'm yet to know that Ken Ashigbe is actually MPP. I'm yet to know that.
Then you are saying that Ken Ashigbe has come. Okay, so those are, I think, this is what Edem Ashigbe.
This is when he also
attacked
my
government. Really?
This is when he also attacked him.
Some
then.
some in the MPP.
No, so counter attacks.
Some in the MPP, the same. Thankfully, Ghanaians can judge my actions for them. So this from Ken Ashigbe.
He started
so
fighting Galamsey,
my focus has never
so
been
he also
on
attacked.
And he's still doing the same.
See every
so he has also attacked Sandowe.
issue,
No, he hasn't. How did he
national
attack
issue
him?
as partisan lenses. My commitment is to Ghana and those who are genuinely care about our nation's future. I think I'll read up to that. Tabitha.
So, you see, as I said, Ken's work is out there to show that he was fighting the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Bawumia government and still fighting today.
I mean, he got all of us wear red bands and wear.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Let's be fair.
So let's give him the opportunity to fight the Galamsey, because listen, I will be biased. You will be biased. You may be compromised. I may be compromised. But since he has shown faith that he can fight both when the NDC was in opposition and when the NDC, or should I say now that NDP is in opposition, tells you that at least he has won the credibility of speaking to Galamsey issues. And you see, he made mention of the fact that, look, the Attorney General conveniently, pinpointed people who are aligned to the MPP. Let me use the popular person that he will, our AG will always come after. Akonta Mines, of course, by Wontumi. The MPP doesn't have a problem. If you find that Akonta Mines actually didn't do what they were supposed to do, you are free to prosecute him. Let the laws work. But where you intentionally, ignore your own party people's involvement in illegal mining and witch hunting only the MPP says a lot about the Attorney General's office and how he's positioning himself in the fight against
the government
Galamsey.
witch hunting MPP?
I'm not saying that, like, as I said already, he's free to prosecute anybody, provided the person has actually, abused our laws when it comes to mining activities. He's free to do that.
Just leave it there.
But see, we are told that the current organizer...
You have to speak with facts.
Yes, we are told that the current organizer of the NDC, in the person of Honorable Yamin, is compromised. We are told
I'm sorry. Do you know that the laws have called him to respond to those allegations?
According to what I listened, the last time when I listened to the AG, he said that he's yet to receive. Okay? So why the
yet to receive what?
Can we not that has to do with the Yamin case and then Abanga case? Abanga happens to be the third vice chair of the NDC.
Can we
listen? These people, okay? And look, let me tell you, it is so bad that even at the backyard of the president himself, the president's own hometown, they are doing Galamsey there, and it is destroying the black vote.
But it didn't start today.
I know.
It started under your government.
It started under my government.
Yes.
That is why they have been voted. You see, it's so funny that people were so comfortable saying, why can't Bawumia solve Galamsey?
Okay, hold on.
Meanwhile, we now have a president who is giving all the powers, knowing fully, honestly speaking, I will be so stupid to tell you that the vice president, Prof. J. Nana, should be solving Galamsey. I'll be so stupid to say that because I am knowledgeable enough to know that it doesn't lie on her bosom to do that. I know that it is only the president who has that power because we all gave him that power. And let me tell you, all those people who voted for the president to become president today on the background or on the fact that he wanted to fight Galamsey are all pissed off. They are all so betrayed. They are all so, sad that the president is not utilizing the powers that he has been given. Don't do what?
Because they are watching you. The people who voted for him.
Yes,
so allow them to judge her.
They are watching you and they know how they feel.
Allow them.
The state of emergency was like a chorus to the NDC when they were in opposition. But today you mention state of emergency and they tell you that we have not exhausted all that has to be exhausted.
Okay, so let me say this. There were issues of forest mining, right? We had opened our forest reserve for mining. There were issues of the water bodies having problems now that we couldn't. I mean, the turbidity was even making it difficult for whatever body to to purify the waters for us. There were issues of licenses being given out. Meanwhile, I think in when did you cancel issuing? No, when did you ban Galamsey? 2019. Right, Galamsey
right from 2017.
Sorry, mining was banned from 2017. Yes, 2017. But after 2017, we saw a spike in the issuing of mining licenses, which hold on, let me just land. Which obviously gave birth to the springing of illegal mining activities all over the place. So
they should revoke them.
So this government,
why did you issue the license?
So this
why are you people still issuing licenses?
Tabitha, listen to me.
No, why are you people still issuing licenses? Are you saying you don't know so far your government has issued 12 licenses?
I like the way you say 12 licenses.
No, but it is true.
Tabitha, she said,
let me land with issuance of licenses. Meanwhile, you are still issuing.
Okay, hold on. I want to land with this analysis. Now, hold on. So
I'm not done.
So you did all these, right? The government said, declare a state of emergency because I see where you're going to. It's dangerous. And then you didn't, right? They come into office. And it's okay.
I mean, we are still.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
We have moved on from that.
Let me finish so that you can make sense of what I'm saying.
No, we have made sense out of these things.
Tabitha, look at me.
People are aware of the genesis
let me finish.
And the exodus.
Let me finish. So a new government comes into office, right? Then they said that you opened up our forest reserve. We are now coming to reset. We called you to declare a state of emergency because of where we saw you were going to. Now that we have come into office, we say we want to, first of all, remove this license, what's it, LI 246. You can't mine in our forest reserve.
Right.
That is done.
Right.
We have declared security zone of the water bodies.
Right.
To purify the waters.
Right.
Because you were not doing it, right? Or we were not doing it. We have now come, we say we are doing it.
Right.
Okay. We have stopped issuing licenses. And you see, when it comes to issuing of licenses, it's very easy. You can go onto the website of Mincom and you'll find licenses that have been issued. So all these numbers being banded about, we can go and check. I can't do that now.
Absolutely.
Now we also say that, hold on, we also say that all illegal miners, or we've started prosecuting the kingpins behind mining activities. If the president says,
as the blue water guards,
which they were also doing, that one I'm not going to add because they're also doing something like that. So if the president says, I'm doing all these things, if I get to a point I will fail, then I can declare state of emergency. Doesn't that make sense?
It doesn't.
Timeline.
When it comes to licenses, I think the message is clear. Revoke them. 1. 2. Do you know that now people are saying that Galamsey has actually become worse?
Which people?
Under the watch
Tabitha.
Of the NDC. And let me quote. Let me quote this
up quickly.
Tabitha is saying. Listen. Let me quote the words of Dr. Deborah Darko, who happens to be the senior research scientist at the Water Research Institute. She said, the worst that could ever happen has happened today with our water bodies.
Okay.
This is what she said.
Okay.
Your sitting and acting CJ also has admitted that that Galamsey has become worse.
Okay.
Now let me tell you, as it stands,
okay. I'm sorry. We have to
500 spontaneous abortions have occurred in this country. Yes, and let me tell you where I had this from. Prof. Topo Sampini, I don't know whether you know him. He said that so far, women in mining communities have had a lot of spontaneous abortions happening. That's an old research.
Yeah, not
which is who told you?
It's not this year.
Currently, do you know what is going on? Look, as much as we try to make jokes out of this, I want you to understand something. That on the 10th of September 2025, the president said something. And I'm going to stand on what the president said and let you understand that the president is not committed to fighting Galamsey.
No.
And what did he say?
I will laugh about everything.
Let me call the president. Let me call the president. He said if it is from illegal sources, if it is from illegal sources, at least it is our land that is destroyed. So let us get the benefit of it instead of foreign traders. And he's saying this with the because Gold Board has been able to make over $6 billion within these 9 months.
The people
now the president is impressed by the money. The president is impressed by the money they are getting from Galamsey. And so I believe that the president is still not ready. And even Standogbe's stand, who is very close to the president, tells me that he himself, as Standogbe, is not committed to ensuring that a state of emergency is called.
Thank you.
Now they are committing a lot of resources into this.
I think that Tabitha said it really, really well. You know, the way she started by saying that all of us as Ghanaians should focus on the fight and do it politically. The minute she starts to do the
state of emergency.
But you see, you know why I
we are
laughed?
all supporting it.
Excuse me, Tabitha. I laughed because the people of Ghana know better.
Okay.
They know who is committed
and who is not committed. All right, thank you. Thank you, viewers. We're back tomorrow with Good Morning Ghana. Mamiama, Tabitha, thank you so much for your time. We're back tomorrow with Good Morning Ghana. Thanks for watching.
Smart, bold, unapologetic. This is Annie Ampafo.